Sip. 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 Sip.
Hey, well... Wait, is it muted on both? Hold on, I'm gonna switch scenes.
Sip.
Okay, I guess it's been muted for the whole time. I'm sad. Have I been muted for, like, the past 8 minutes? Did you guys hear me at the beginning of the stream, or had I been muted this whole time? It's been muted until now? I could have sworn... Okay, you know what? This is just par for the course. I was just saying, my life's in shambles. I don't know what my life is like anymore. Yeah, I need a hug, man. It has been a wild week. I've gotten a lot done, I will say. I was explaining so much in the span of that 7-minute period. I'm kind of mad. You think that phases me? You think that phases me? Also, hi, random person or lamppost. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the... You know that this is a very off beta stream if I am just not even reacting to my ears being blasted by a very feminine gesture. We'll use that when that's not even remotely what that's supposed to be. Anyways, hi everyone. Am I okay? No, not really, but I'm gonna be okay, you know. Fake it till you make it. Am I right? I mean, hey. So where do I start? So, what did I do in the first 7 minutes of this stream? I said hello. I said hello to a certain few viewers in YouTube chat, in Twitch chat. Hello, everyone. Doo-doo fart? Okay, you know what? Look, good news relating to that since the last stream. I haven't pissed the bed. It's been it's been pretty good. I feel like that's, you know what, if this is like my glass half full moment, I'm fucked, dude. If my glass half full moment is like, oh, I didn't piss the bed this time, I'm screwed. As a 27 going into 28 years old, more than halfway through my mid-20s, I am fucked. And not in the way I want either. Sadly, I don't think that's happening at Megaplex. But hey, you know, that's a discussion for later. Good news is, new video tomorrow. Lamppost, thank you. I gotta go through all of these super chats and donations. I appreciate it, guys. Y'all are so generous to me, and I do absolutely fuck all to deserve it. I'm just here as a funny, fluffy animal in my Under Armour. If you're wondering what I'm wearing underneath this, I remembered, oh yeah, I'm doing a Fursuit stream today. So I have to put on my Under Armour. And reason why as well, because I don't want to show anything that's inappropriate while getting in suit. I wanted to show what it's like getting in suit, since I don't think I've done a proper stream or video of that ever really. And I'm sure a lot of you are curious of like, oh, how does fursuiting work for beta? Well, it's a process, let me tell you. We got all stream to do all this. So, hey, but, oh yeah, I remember one thing that I was going to say. I'm looking forward to Megaplex. I'm getting ready for that. All my plans are settled for it. Doing these streams to kind of offset the cost of that. So, you know, I appreciate the donations and support. You guys are awesome. Got some new videos in the works and some new ideas. I had some eureka moments yesterday. Unofficially, but officially, I have plans to be interviewed by a certain Space Cat individual. I think that kind of just gives it away. Who is? And they wanted to do like a podcast style video with me. And when I was talking to them about it, they were like, are you going to Megaplex? I'd love to do like a video or a collab with you. And they gave me the idea that they wanted to do, which little note, if you ever want to collab with someone, pitch the idea. Do not go in and saying, oh, let's collab. And then they're like, okay, what do you want to do? And then you just haven't really thought that far. Go into it with a plan, an idea of what you want to work on with them. See if they're interested in it. My hair... it's bothering me a little bit. But they had pitched an idea to me, and I'm like, I'm on board with it under one condition. The one condition I have, and this is a sad reality about a lot of collaborations I do with people. I have done like 3 in terms of like podcast interview style things for someone else's channel, and it never sees the light of day. My only condition that I gave, well, you guys have guessed it, Astra. The only condition that I gave Astra is that they actually make use of the footage. Not to say they weren't, not to say that anyone in particular hasn't, but there have been many times where I have, like, done a thing, and then I never see the end result of the thing. Or it's never used. And usually, I get the sinking feeling that it's because I'm supposedly controversial. But that is a conversation for later. That is we'll talk about it in the car kind of problem, you know, between adults and all that. But point being, I have official plans to do that, and I just told them, like, hey, please just make use out of it. You know, if like people think I'm controversial or something on your channel, turn it into like a beta roast session, or turn it into beta's problematic. You know, my content is your content. You can make content from me, and I gave them that, you know. So I have officially some plans to do a podcast thing with someone or an interview thing, so I'm happy about that. Might have something this Sunday too, but hey, that's a good big plan for during the con. I don't have any other plans for the con besides to fursuit and hang around with friends and get pics and be a floaty dog and get so drunk out of my mind that I pick up Celio and do the whole welcome to Sky Zone spiel, because I used to work at an indoor trampoline park. I did that last year. I don't know if you guys remember, I told it in a story time, but my friend Jake, or Jake Werepanther, I had gone to, I think it was his room for like a room party. They were in like a suite or whatnot. And he kept giving me drinks. And I was recognizing my limit really fast of how much I could drink, like alcoholic beverages and whatnot. And he was like, oh, here, Beta, have this. And then I just like drink it, and I realized, okay, I need to drink some water, so I had like a cup of water. Just got a cup of water from the sink just to hydrate a little. He's like, Beta, what happened to your drink? And he's like, I'm like, oh, I drank it. You know, I'm just drinking water to limit myself. He's like, oh, you're out of drink. Let me fix that for you. Pulls my water away from me and hands me a cup of ginger ale with 3 shots of vodka. So after that, I was hammered beyond belief. And then eventually, my buddy Celio walks into the room. And for some reason, I was talking about my time at an indoor trampoline park, and you have to give like a little spiel to them before you, before they got on the trampolines and started doing their, you know, like time of jumping around, Sky Zone stuff. We'd have to like go around, look behind them, and then give like the whole spiel, like, welcome to Sky Zone. Have you been here before? You know, listing off the rules so that they know and whatnot. It was just my role as a court monitor. So, Celio walks in. He's like, down here to me. I'm like, Celio, welcome to Sky Zone! Have you been here before? And he starts like panicking, like, perfect! We got the main trampolines in the back! You're a small child. What does that mean? That's right, you're on the right side of main court! Very good, we got the dodgeball over there! And then I just keep yelling at him. Hammered out of my mind. Absolutely hammered out of my mind. I hope to repeat that at Megaplex. And break my voice while doing so. That is the goal. That is the goal at the end of the day. But looking forward to Megaplex. It's a summation of it. Hi everyone. Can you tell I'm nervous to be here? Good, I can't. Your bed is dry, right? Yes, it is. Right, in person. Laundry went fine. Bed has been completely fine, and it's currently covered in fursuit stuff because I am going to be fursuiting today on stream, and I'll show you the process of how I get into suit, and specifically how I'll be getting into suit when I'm at Megaplex, because it's going to be like beach and Florida and hot summer pool weather theme, so I'm obviously going to wear my life jacket while in suit, and personally, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier than, you know, non-fursuit because I don't have to wear the tail because the life jacket covers that up, so it works out that way. But, yeah. I'm drinking water. But I forgot to say as well, thank you so very much for the super chats, everyone. Thank you, Long Rider, for the $2 super chat. I don't think you're controversial. That's also questionable. But I do appreciate it. Look, at the end of the day, a lot of it comes down to Beta didn't respond to my hi, how are you DM. You'd be shocked how far that has taken some people to just not like me. It's kind of crazy. Look, man, I'm just kind of here in my corner. I think I explained it in the last stream how like my existence has been the equivalent of that Wojak meme of, like, you know, the kid with like the propeller hat and like a big lollipop who's like, I like YouTube videos, or like, I like doing this thing. For me, it's like, I like YouTube videos. I like making furry videos. And then the other person is just like, I fucking hate you and hope you die. That's literally, I'm not that person, the big one, but like the kid that's just minding their own business. That's me.
How you doing tonight, Beta? I'm playing Elden Ring, and earlier I got the Gears of War Reloaded game on pre-order.
Wait, reload? Are they making a new Gears of War, or is this just a remaster again? Because truthfully, if I'm going to say a hot take about Gears of War, for me, it ended after Gears of War 3. Gears of War 3 was peak. It was peak. It was so good. Gears of War 2, banger. Gears of War 1, banger. Gears of War 4, or whatever the Judgment Day one, The answer is yes before I go back to work. You'd understand. Well, to be fair, I had a friend in school who used to say all the time, no means yes and yes means anal, which is not a good saying at all to even joke about. But, is that in reference to that? Lucky, do we have to have a conversation in the car later? Dude, can you tell I'm kind of going crazy today? It's been a wild, wild day. I got a lot done, I will say. I scheduled a lot of, like, posts, and then, oh, yeah, the other thing that I want to tell you guys, which, first off, let me go over the rest of the super chats and the donation. Thank you guys so much for the support, by the way. It means a lot. I forgot to turn off my lights, man. Dude, the lighting's gonna kind of suck this stream, because I want to, well, I feel like it would be better for me to keep the lights on, but yeah. I'll keep the lights on, you know what? But, I just want to say thank you, Cake Pop, for the very generous $20 super chat. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you for the hugs. I appreciate it lots. Can we get some life jackets and hearts in the chat for good soup? And also thank you, Rust the Lion, for the $2 super chat for doo-doo fart. Hey, you know, it's you know, it's just like me to laugh at poop jokes. And also I forgot to say as well, thank you, Stalkers, for the 63-month resub. I greatly appreciate that. Can we get some hearts and life jackies in the chat for Stalkers? Good bean, amazing mod, good soup, certified good soup. That is a sentence, yeah. Look, everything I say, again, take it out of context. Do whatever you'd like with it. Any whore. Hydration. But yeah, plan for today is just to be in fursuit and be a dog and hang out in chat. I honestly wanted to start stream early just to yap with you guys, because I had a few things to check up on.
If you haven't, I will force feed you boiled eggplant and shredded, well done liver.
Ugh. Well, isn't liver like salty enough where it'll add something to the eggplant? I've never really seen liver used in like any dishes. I mean, I haven't eaten today. Well, I sort of have. I had like 2 of my egg bites earlier. And I feel like that'll suffice for, you know, the rest of my day in existence. So, I had egg bites. Look, it was eggs, cheese, cottage cheese, and bacon. Oh my god, my fucking nails, man. You can tell I'm stressed, too, because my nails chip a lot easier, because I pick at them when I'm stressed. Yeah, you can tell how stressed I am, because, yeah. Yeah, it's bad. Also, hi, Randy, the purple dog. Hope you're doing well. Are you the one that did that fan art piece for me semi-recently? I just want to say I love it, by the way. Thank you very, very much for it. Baba Ganoush. I don't know what Baba Ganoush is, but it sounds delicious. I would love to try it. I just want to say thank you again for the lovely fan art. It's very, very adorable. Let me see. Can I show it real quick to the chat? I haven't added it to the showcase, which I feel bad about, but it's in the fan art channel somewhere. Jesus, I'm like destroying my mic in front of me. At least those aren't bruises under your fingernails. True. Quite true. Let me see, where is it? I don't even know my own channels on my Discord, man. This is how bad life has become for me. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, I love this. I love this. So shout out to Randy for doing this cutesy, adorable piece for me. It's some really, really cute fan art. I love it. What the hell is loading on the screen? Why is there like a loading thing? Are you okay now? Never. Never. He's so buff. He looks so adventurous. So shiny and happy.
Gears of War Reloaded is a remake of the first Gears of War with all DLC included, and they added crossplay and cross-progression.
That's really, really cool, actually. I might have to give that a shot at some point, Govan. And also, thank you for the bits, by the way, Lamppost and Govan. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good time with Gears of War. For me, I am, like, holding off on getting any new games till I have money, because I have other things I have to save for and prioritize. And, you know, worst case, I still have, you know, my Gears of War collection from years back on my Xbox, so I could play that, but still, Gears of War, what an underrated series. What an underrated series, but it was so visceral and gruesome, and just, it was good. Kind of hope that happens, IRL. Anyways, Anyways, yeah, cutesy fan art that that what was your name? I'm so sorry. That Randy did. Shout out to Randy for doing this adorable fan art. It makes me really happy. Makes me really, really happy. See, it makes me so happy that even Sonic is interested in it. Look, he even showed up to say hi. He even showed up to say hi. Crazy, isn't it? You know what's funny about that full piece of Sonic? It's supposed to be some draw over of him stepping out of the shower and making some comment of like, hey, pissing all by yourself? Why does it sound like fried chicken in here? As you can tell, my humor is through the floor, broken, dead for years now. But hey. Do you have a DC? What's a DC? Dick connector? No. Haha, just kidding. Exactly. But seriously, thank you guys for the support and coming by and hanging out. I know this is going to be a weird stream today. I'm just kind of here to yap and hang out. What else was I going to say about... Oh, yeah! I know it took me like a month after watching the first episode, finally got to seeing episode 2 of the Furry Detectives. Watched through that last night. And, gonna be honest, it was just as bad or good as the first episode. It was weird. Like, I have a mixed feeling about it. Like, it's not bad, but it's also super, super sensationalized. There are moments that just, it's so sensationalized footage of it that really takes you out of it. But there's also moments that they do well with it. Like, making it more of an understanding of, like, okay, this is a serious issue and understanding the gravity of it. It's really weird, but I did hear that the series has been review bombed on IMDb, so that's interesting. But yeah, I guess as for an overall review of it, like, I thought I wouldn't be interested in episode 2 because, you know, quite frankly, my knowledge and experience with, you know, that whole case with the Zoosadist leaks and whatnot was, you know, with regards to Kiro and, like, furry YouTube and all that, since I was a furry YouTuber at the time, and knowing, you know, what he did and his association and whatnot. I didn't really know anything about the other one, so when, like, the first episode was that, I thought it was, like, the big one. And then after that, I'm like, oh, I'm probably not going to be interested in it. Or I'm not going to have much knowledge about it. But, like, not going to lie, the second episode wasn't that bad. It was still, like, just as interesting as the first one. Would I recommend it? Would I recommend going out of your way for an AMC Plus subscription for it? No. No. Yeah, no, I would not. But yeah, second episode, I'll probably get a review or recap of that done at some point. At some point. Don't know when. I'll figure it out. But been trying to catch up on it, and I want to get through it before the end of August. Or before I leave for Megaplex, to at least just, like, kind of get it out of the way. But the way I'm doing it is, like, I haven't done my review yet because I wanted to watch it, sit on it, sleep on it, and then come back and do, like, a review of it rather than it be in, like, the moment. So, yeah. That's what I ended up doing yesterday, and a lot of meal prep and cleaning, but the meal prep isn't really nice and pretty looking. It's just, like, sustenance when I need it. Besides when I actually need it, which should be now. But hey, we're still kicking. We're still here. But yeah. I don't think the review bombs were, like, anti-furries doing it necessarily. I mean, people were just review bombing it because it also just isn't... It's weird. It's like a mix between, like, cringy and, like... I don't know. I'll do a proper review of it, and you can come to your own conclusions from what I have to say about it later, but... yeah. But anyhow, plan for today, chat. It was going to be fursuiting. I might do a furry meme review in fursuit after that. I just kind of wanted to show off my fursuiting capabilities, or lack thereof, while I have my life jacket on, and that's really it. I also just needed to, like, get up and do something. You know, a little bit. Well, I just needed to get up and do something, just a little bit. So that's why I wanted to kind of switch things up. And also, like, just do something to kind of force happiness to some extent. Not to say that I'm not happy. It has just been a rough few weeks. But, you know, I'm still kicking, still doing my thing. Oh, you're running out of patience? Well, I'm not. I'm running out of patience with you. Goodbye. I don't know, man. I'm just here to have fun. I'm not here to play this super seriously either. Is it the ass padding one? Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing with fursuiting too. A full suiting rather, instead of fursuiting. I haven't worn Maverick in a hot minute. He's also just so heavy, so I don't know. I guess another announcement as well for those interested or those this applies to. If you're a patron, you should have access to the next video I'll be putting out tomorrow at some point. Don't know when, but it's a pretty fun yapping session. It's going to be a pretty fun, neat yapping session. And I think the conversation topic will be of interest for a lot of you guys. No particular one, not necessarily drama related, but just in general. I was told there'd be a fursuiter here. At some point there will be, but I mean, he's in the back. He's just chilling. I forgot to put him in the foreground, which is more important. There we go. Here, I put him in the front. What is ass padding? And should I be scared? Makes the ass of the fursuit look more voluptuous. Not that it was needed.
Sip.
I already have that, as is. Who needs it when it's already built into the system? Ha! I win. No, I'm not going to direct traffic, because then people are going to want to stop for pics, and it's like, no. But other than that, nothing really new with me. Just been trying to get the next few projects together and prepping for Megaplex. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to be able to talk about it in a way of a con that's grown since last year. Because the one thing to keep in mind, which I've been more so reiterating, and I should probably do a proper video on this. I feel like it would be a fun little project to put together. Just like understanding which cons you should be really putting your focus and efforts towards in terms of like which ones you'd want to do versus like the ones that you think you want to do because they're like the big popular ones versus like the diamond in the rough, really good experience ones.
Furry artist I am friends with.
Oh, hell yeah. I have not commissioned anything in a hot minute and for good reason, but I hope the commission turns out well. That's another thing I've been meaning to discuss too, just like not art prices specifically, but just more like the whole wait list that people do, like taking on more commissions. I've rambled about that in the past. I think Finn did a more proper video of it recently, and I could do like a follow-up to that or more of a just in general discussion awareness sort of thing with regards to that. Because ironically, I went back to check my Twitter feed today. I know, horrible mistake. And the one thing that was all over it was like some artist who had just like who had bailed on their queue and ended up leaving a lot of people who had paid money for commissions since like Christmas of last year, ended up just not getting their art pieces. And they're not even refunding, and they're just bailing from everything, deleting Discord, deleting Twitter, deleting all that, because they're owed money to people or artwork to people. So, yeah, it's a bit of a weird situation. So I think, honestly, talking about it with respect to that subject is important, because it also doesn't set a good precedent for other artists. You know, you are also representative of your peers if you are doing bad art practices of taking on more commissions than you can handle and trying to feed the endless loop of it. It's really weird. But yeah. How do you feel about artists inadvertently locking their commissions behind their Patreon? If they're locking it, you know, at the end of the day, if it's supply and demand, if they really have the demand for it, then I think, yeah, you know, putting it behind a paywall to that extent would be good. But also, like, I think in general, if they want to have... It really depends on the case of the artist, because there's one case of it where I see, okay, they want it to be very limited. They don't want the overpopularity of, like, taking commissions, and they really want it from people who are, like, serious about it. So maybe that's a way of, like, mitigating it, or they're trying to keep the community small or something. But at the end of the day, when you're an artist, you want to market yourself. So, like, why not just up the price of your art or commissions that you do instead of doing the Patreon behind that and having the Patreon be like, okay, first come, first serve to those commission slots. And maybe that's what it is at the end of the day without actually saying it. Honestly, For me, I've got way too much to worry about with my own business and what I do rather than worrying about what other artists do. Like, I think there's some reason on their end, and I think it's worth, you know, maybe asking about it. But overall, like, I'm not pressed to the point where I think it's a bad thing. People use Patreon for all sorts of things, and if it nets them more income to be able to do what they do and have some set income outside of commissions to work feasibly, and if it's been outlined, you know, of them doing it, well, it's...
Hi, Beta. Have some bits.
It is what it
I
is.
Enjoyed
Might be a whole discussion point entirely of it, but... Yeah? Yeah? Are we just all of a sudden sharing my AD between one another? You guys swoosing? Interesting. Interesting. I don't care, man. Game is game. I don't mean it like that. Honestly, though, I don't really care. I know a lot of people were asking me after even this last Wednesday stream, too. They were just like, or like friends of mine were just like, Beta, do people just like openly know you're this now and that you enjoy X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that's interesting. I'm like, yeah. Because honestly, just haven't really cared. I haven't really cared about like the supposed consequence of it because it's been known. Yeah. Because for me, you know, as much as it's like a whole process with that whole event, it kind of filters out the people that you, in all due respect, it filters out the people who are not mature enough to be an adult about things, understanding that adults are adults and adults enjoy things. And that's it. You know, and there's a lot more on top of that, but like, I don't want, you know, to not enjoy shit that I enjoy when I know it's not problematic at all. And I enjoy it unapologetically on the proper platforms. Anime in the streets, hentai in the sheets, as I like to say. Or as my friend Omnom said. And I like quoting them because they've inspired me and motivated me in many ways, so I appreciate them lots. But, you know, that was just the whole thing. I just, even just seeing it in chat with what you had mentioned, Dragon, I'm like, you know what? Good on you. If you enjoy the thing, good on you. If Ember enjoys the thing, good on them. I'm gonna keep doing my thing and enjoying it. But yeah, that's more of it. Be weird. That's I like to think of it as well, because everyone worries about the over corporatization of the fandom and whatnot with like corporations coming in. I like to take the equivalent of me enjoying the adult side of it and really just enjoying the NSFW of it with just like I like to equate it to like taking my Glock, shooting a few shots out the window to keep rent low, you know? I like to equate it to that. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point, but hello Dragon and hello Ember. Both 80 twins are good, Beta. Thank you, Ember. I appreciate it. And thank you, Dragon. I appreciate it as well. Thick life, best life, exactly. And also, I got to go through all the donations and whatnot. Thank you guys very much for the support. Thank you, Insane Buizel. I love that you appreciate Buizel as well. That would be like my Pokesona if I had one, a Buizel or a Floatzel or an Arcanine. I feel like Arcanine would be pretty par for the course for me. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Any chance you're going to visit the new Epic Universe park, or theme park's not your thing? I do like theme parks, but they are usually expensive. And I feel like to some extent I've been theme parked out for a little bit. I'd probably just, because last year when I did Disney after Megaplex, or like during Megaplex on that Sunday, I was so exhausted. And like, I know friends are doing it beforehand this year, and it's like, I would rather just enjoy the con for me and then have a separate time where I go. But you know, maybe something might change.
Do what you love, Beta, and I hope I get Super Robot Wars 1
Soup?
on PS5 soon.
Oh, Super Robot Wars. I thought you were about to say Soup. Soup is good too. Soup is good too. Soup is very good. You. I will keep being me. As spontaneous as can be. Yeah. Also, thank you, Peyton. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate it a lot. So I'm doing like happy desk taps because I can't really express my appreciation and happiness outside of just like happy taps. That should be like a new thing I do. Ooh, okay. Weird idea for an emote or thing on here. Happy taps. Like happy life jacket taps. Maybe make that an animated emote. Or like sort of like my own version of a round of applause. Or like physical stimming. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Dude, there's like nothing going on in this head right now. This is bad. This is bad. I need to like go to a bookstore and just read something for a bit at some point. But gotta go through the rest of the support. Thank you, Gallade. Okay, truthfully, I always tried to go with Gallade or Gallade. Is it Gallade or Gallade? Gall, like gallbladder. The gallbladder. That's what Gallade does. It uses it punches you in the gallbladder. Thank you for the gifted subs. I greatly appreciate that. Gallant Blade. Oh, Gallant. 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 You know, I could be smarter. I really could be. I should be. It's just right there. Gallade, Gallant. Like, Jiraiya the Gallant, my favorite Naruto character. Why didn't I say that in my video? Yesterday when I was doing a video recording, I said that my favorite character in Naruto was like Naruto, and I'm like, I completely forgot about Jiraiya. Jiraiya's awesome. Jiraiya's great. But regardless, thank you, Gallade fan, or Gallant fan. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs and the 2 gifted subs from earlier. I greatly appreciate it. If you got a gifted sub, be sure to give him a big thank you. There's some life jackets and beta 8 hearts in the chat. Please and thanks. Hey, Gawk? Hey, Gawk! Generate me! Dude, that's awesome. I love it when... I don't know if that's like a meme that happens on the internet, but I just see it more and more where people will just like mispronounce like a very simple name. like Grok. And they'll just go, hey, Gawk. Like that, I don't know what I mean by that, but I hope you know what I mean, because God, that's funny. I love it. Inflation, we do love some inflation in this household, okay? Inflation, good. But thank you, Gallade fan, for the gifted subs. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Dragon, for the bits. Thank you, Govan, for the bits. I hope Super Robot Wars Y is good. I thought you said soup, but super robots are still good. And thank you, Dragon and Ember, for the bits. I appreciate it. Y'all are lovely. But hey, you know, I'm living my best life and doing the best I can, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. I've had an open water bottle on my desk this whole time. This is probably not good, but I'm going to drink it so I don't have it open and water spills everywhere. Does this count inflation? Marky. Marky, you're wildin'. We love you, Marky. Also, big congrats, mister, on hitting Twitch affiliate. Proud of you. Doing good. You're a good soup. Remember that. And, hey, you know, live your best life. Inflation is inflation no matter what you say. If there's in addition to something that is normally not there, that is inflation. I'll drink some water. Inflation. Deflation. Deflation. Inflation. See? Mpreg? Okay. It's like the whole thing from Jake's stream last week. Get bra pregnant. Get bra pregnant. Yeah. Which actually we will be streaming with Jake this Friday. Very excited for that. I know he's streaming right now with I meant to burp, but it came a bit quicker. Damn it, I'm sad. He's streaming right now with Blake, or Blake Prod, the also Inflato Proto. I wonder if he knows I'm streaming. He probably does. If I pop into his chat right now and ask him and say hi, I'm just gonna do it. Hold on.
I mean, the songs are good. It's not. There's not.
OMG! It's the Inflatable proto.
Which is good.
Yes.
He's gonna call me out for being live while streaming. I don't know how he knows. You're in the middle of VR chat. How do you know that I'm live, Jake?
I mean, he's definitely quite awesome. Oh my freaking god.
Blake always calls me a blimp.
Beta, I am not punching you in the face.
I did not say anything.
Beta.
Go eat.
Go eat.
What?
You better eat.
What?
You better
Where
eat.
did this?
Hi, Robin. We're doing
Who's
good.
snitching about me not eating?
Beta, we heard what you were
go
doing.
eat,
We
Beta.
heard that you haven't been eating. Go eat.
Okay,
Yeah.
no.
Wait, are you even?
Go eat now.
Beta, are you streaming?
He's live.
Secrets. Secrets, chat. We keep secrets. Who snitched to him about me not eating? I have eaten just fine. Lamppost! I know it was you. Don't even have to say it's you. I know it's you. I know it's you. I know exactly that it's you. I knew that already. God, I don't know how you guys put up with me. Got a lot of comments of people saying that I'm annoying or weird. I agree. I agree. Did you mute them? No, I muted the stream that. Because I was just on Jake's stream. I was just in his chat. How do they know I'm live, man? Wacky. Wacky. Like me, I'm very wacky. You know what else is wacky? The life jacket that I have. I'll get to show you guys how I wear it in Fursuit today. It's going to be really fun. But, like... You think that this wrapped up... Yeah, that too. That's a part of it. You think that this little wrapped up thing is a life jacket, right? Well... Does it look like a life jacket now? It's pretty big. And the best part is... This thing works with it. There's spit everywhere. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. But yeah, this works with the inflatable nozzle on the life jacket too, fun fact. So, yeah. Want to be fed an entire block of improvised blue cheese. What is improvised blue cheese? What's the difference between improvised blue cheese and regular blue cheese? There's still spit on my chin. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Do not look at my shame. I just drew my Sona in a beige life jacket. Oddly specific color, but hey. If beige is the color to be, then so be it. For me, if I were to have an ideal life jacket color, even though it does not match with any of the colors of my character, I would say a purple life jacket. Purple is like my second favorite color, or honestly my primary favorite color, but orange just works well because it reminds me of safety in life jackets. Purple being because, you know, I loved Dark Magician back in the day, so. What are your thoughts on fat fursuits? I'm interested to see how mobile you can be in those. Because a lot of times when you have, like, the fat, big belly fursuits, it's usually, like, a balloon underneath it or something. Like, I think for Zool, if you remember Zool, you have the whole, like, inflated belly. They end up using, like, a weather balloon and inflate it on the inside, and they carry that around. I remember when, unfortunately, he received some shit on social media because he had the big-bellied suit. You know what's crazy? That was, like, pre-COVID. We really haven't changed in all that time. I know people said that pre-COVID was a different time, but there were still people that were vile to others. In fact, I remember a very prominent furry YouTuber who aided in giving Zool shit. And so they're personally on my shit list. Because it's like, I know exactly the type of person you are, and I don't vibe with that. But they pretend that didn't happen. They pretend that didn't happen. Oh my god. The amount of times I've caught people off guard when they try to, like, get something from me or ask me for something when I know that they've given me shit in the past. It really is kind of like what goes around comes around, or I see exactly how they act to people. And then they try to be, like, nice and suck up to me. And I'm like, I'm not playing that game. I'm not doing that. Come on. Come on. And the people throwing a shit fit about Fiona's suit. They've existed for, like, years now, and now they have a problem with it? Nah, they just need to... Honestly, it's a lot of people who are just unhappy with how things are going in the world, in their life, or just in life in general, that you gotta put it on one specific thing. You know? That's what it be. 15-liter piss jug? What, we're adding more piss jugs together? Going from 5 to 15? That's a lot. That's a lot of piss jugs, okay? I don't have to piss right now because I did that before stream. Okay? But yeah. Yeah, I remember. Crazy, man. Think of the children. Children don't go to furry conventions usually. Especially when it's 18+ conventions. I don't know, man. Shit's whack. I want to do a video on it. Because, like, honestly, the way I see it... Fiona and their fursuit is the biggest litmus test to, like, exist in this fandom so far. Deadass. They are the biggest litmus test. And there are people that fall for it every time. Wild. I want to go to a convention so bad, but I'm Canadian. The closest one is Vernal Equinox. It's a pretty good con. It's a good vibe. You just hate Toronto? Fair enough. Isn't there also, like... Well, it obviously depends on what side of Canada you're on. East or west. But I know there's also Vancouver, which is technically, I think, a Canadian convention. I'm sure there should be some other smaller ones, but I know the big mainstream ones are, like, Vernal Equinox and... Forgot the name of the other one. God, I'm bad at this. Vancouver, yeah. But yeah, would recommend it. Just Toronto is... I mean, also, I will say it as someone who is from New England, especially during that time of year of, like, late March, going into April, it's still, like, there's snow on the ground, and it's gray and disgusting beyond belief. You just want... You just want some warmth. That's kind of the prime of, like, being around in Toronto. It's just nothing but gray snow, and I'm like, not really. The atmosphere isn't really a vibe. You said fursuit stream. I see no fursuit. Feels clickbait. You see a fursuit in the corner. To your left. Or my right. To your right, my left. But yeah. We'll fursuit at some point. I just, you know me. I like yapping for a little bit before we get into whatever conversation or big thing we end up doing for the day is. Why is A&E in the middle of winter? Because I think it's always been that, but it just never really changed. Honestly, like... I think it's just because there are a lot of summer conventions in Boston naturally around that time. Like, I know Boston Fan Expo is around, like, the summertime. Anime Boston is, like, late spring. So I think they're booked for the area. But yeah, I agree with you, Dragon. I like New England weather. I'm really looking forward to it, especially because the fall season is beautiful. I cannot wait to fill my ass with leaves. The autumn season... Fall season, pumpkin season. Fill my ass with pumpkin spice leaves and down whatever pumpkin spice coffee. Except, truthfully, it's a little sugary, so I usually go with like half C's there. But looking forward to it. As soon as winter rolls around, as soon as the new year rolls around, I will be exhausted beyond belief of the weather. I'm like, no more. No more. And it'll keep going until like May. It's kind of crazy. Would love to go to Vernal Equinox, but I hate being in Toronto. It's scary. I feel like one of these days I'll fly out to the US to go to a con there. Plenty of really, really good cons in the US. That was what I was saying earlier with regards to Megaplex, and I'm thinking about doing like a separate discussion video on this because I don't really have a real coined term for it that I think the fandom is using, but I know a lot of the sort of experienced furries who have been doing many conventions for times now are not really going to the big cons like FWA, Anthrocon, MFF. I know a lot of people that just did not end up even going for the room lottery this year for MFF. I did just because I'm like main hotel or bust. That's really how we do it. Been a lot of friends of mine that didn't and are doing like other smaller cons as a result. Like for example, Megaplex, I'd consider that like the next diamond in the rough con. Like, last year was a banger. This year's probably going to be a banger. But knowing how conventions grow, if it continues to grow at the rate that it does, and projecting it that next year is going to be the last year where it's like kind of the coziness that you enjoy with a medium-sized con, and then it's going to be too big to some extent. People are going to be arguing that. Or it's going to be very, very populated. Nothing against the con per se, but that is just how things get out with that. And so I think what people are gearing more towards are these diamond in the rough cons. And that's what I would suggest, honestly, anyone who's going to furry conventions to do. Which I get, you know, wanting to go to the big con is always going to be, like, the desire. You know, people want to go to MFF. But, like, if you really want, like, a genuine cozy convention experience, go for, like, a medium-sized con. So I'd say, like, around 4,000 to 8,000 attendees. 10,000, like, even still, when I went to MFF and it was, like, 8,000 people, it was very overwhelming even then. Very, very overwhelming even then. So this is something to keep in mind. This whole idea of, like, diamond in the rough furry conventions. That's what I've considered doing a video on. And discussing it in terms of attendance rate and also just what the vibes are. So yeah. Summon beta, body delati, and milk jugs per Jake. What is Jake summoning me again? What does Jake need? What does Jake need? Also, hi, Zach. I hope you're doing well. I can't unmute the stream because otherwise I won't be able to hear myself think. What does Jake need? Does Jake need my help with something? Does he need something to punch? Does he need a punching bag? I work very well as that. My life jacket technically does work with that. This actually helps me choose my future ones. Honestly, it's something to keep in mind. Because, like, I was talking to a bunch of my local con friends, like, from New Hampshire, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna be doing Megaplex, but, like, the year after that, depending on how this year goes, I probably won't end up doing Megaplex the next year. And I'm like, really? Why is that? And they're like, well, because it's gonna be too big. It's gonna be too big at that point, and the vibes will be more like what FWA is now. The best comparison I have is FWA. I'm sure if you guys have been to FWA even before COVID, or, like, right after COVID, in, like, 2022 or so, like, the vibes there were a bit more immaculate. Like, it wasn't, like, a super big convention, but it was, you know, pretty sizable. And now it's kind of the point where it's like everyone wants to go to FWA. Tens of thousands of attendees, which isn't bad. It's really good. But I know that everyone kind of looks for a different experience with conventions. And for me, coziness is definitely more of a vibe. Not feeling overwhelmed is definitely a vibe. So that's why Megaplex is, like, my diamond in the rough con. Instead of going to Anthrocon, which I would love to go again, but it's just feasibility just isn't there, I opted for Megaplex. Where this year, I think, yeah, Anthrocon had, like, around 18,000 attendees. That's crazy. Even with, like, the attendee limitation that they had going into the con, that is awesome. Really, really happy for them. But yeah, Furry Migration is a nice, small, cozy con here in the Midwest. I've heard that, too. A lot of these really small conventions are starting to boom, too. Like, even one of my local cons, Furpocalypse, which I will be doing Furpoc this year. And a little announcement with that, if you are doing Furpocalypse, be sure to come to my Introduction to Content Creation panel. If you really wanted to see in person my content creation panel that I did at Austria, and you just weren't there because obviously, you know, overseas European Furry Convention, I'm going to be doing a better version of it, or at least my take on a better version of it, at Furpoc this year. So if you want to come to that panel, you definitely should. I'm really excited to hopefully be doing it. I haven't been, obviously, I haven't been accepted, or they haven't given the results of people who have applied, but I really want to do it, and that's on my list of things to do. So, yeah, Furpoc, definitely going to be doing that. But even, like, Furpoc, for example, like, they're around, like, 3,000, 4,000 attendees now. And I remember it being for years at around, like, 1,000 to 2,000, which is really interesting. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind with conventions. I'll probably do a fully fledged video about it in the future, about, like, picking and choosing the conventions you want to go for more experiences rather than, rather than size. But even then, everyone's going to want to go for size because more people are there and you get to see everyone. It's a balancing act because you're not going to be able to physically, feasibly meet and see everyone. You just have to keep that in mind. And you have to enjoy your own experience. And I think smaller cons kind of help with that too. And also, I forgot to say, thank you, French Toast Avali. I love that name, by the way. I really want to make some French toast now. You're kind of motivating me. I do have eggs, and I have cinnamon sugar. Jake's shaking his ass on stream right now. Let's go. Jake is living his best life. Want some French toast now, thanks to you. But thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Enjoy channel memberships and enjoy the emotes exclusively on YouTube. I did talk to Russ about it, and at some point I would love to commission him for some YouTube exclusive Maverick emotes. So keep on the lookout for that whenever that happens. Milk? I love milk. I shouldn't, because milk doesn't like me. It goes right through me. I shit myself. Almost every time. Every time. So yeah. I looked up some cons next year. May go to the con in Las Vegas in April. I might be doing that too. I have to talk about that with some folks. Because I'd like to do it, but also feasibility is obviously, you know... Traveling's expensive too, and I gotta really save money knowing where the world is heading, but yeah. Also, hi, Anuka. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying floaty and staying life jacket. Hope all is well with ye. My spouse can't do regular milk, but A2 is fine for him. I honestly just do like oat milk or almond milk. But almond milk is pricey, so oat milk usually. I forgot to hydrate. Oh my goodness. I gotta keep drinking water. But yeah. Ugh. How did I get hair in my mouth? I haven't even put my fursuit head on, man. Shit is whack. But yeah, I think I've, through this discussion with you guys, have definitely figured out what one of my next videos will be in terms of just a rough discussion of what I've heard through furry conventions, in terms of preference, in terms of the ones people want to do versus the ones that I think would be better recommended for, like, size. You know, don't pass up on the small conventions. Because eventually they will grow to a point where they're going to be, like, super cozy, and the vibes will be immaculate, and there will always be new cons, but just, like, keep on the lookout for, like, new ones. Nothing is real, nothing is real. Life is pain, nothing is real. But inflation is. Where are the tits? I don't really have tits. If anything, my tits are going to be covered more so, because, my Under Armour, they are deflated. So sad. We will be inflated eventually. I kind of realize as well I am going to be extremely, extremely moist during this stream. Do you have any advice to not get cooked alive in a fursuit? I'm way down south of Louisiana and don't want to die on my first con. Okay, if you're in fursuit, two things. I know it's more of an expense when you already have bought your fursuit, but these I live by and I will be living by at Megaplex, specifically. First off, this fan. Fantastic. When you're getting in suit, especially, or suiting up, do it slowly, so your body acclimates to the temperature inside, basically a big, overheated carpet. This fan is fantastic. Fantastic, yeah. Usually that's, like, Stocko's role. They love doing, like, the dad puns. Very nice. This fan is so good. It's like a USB chargeable fan. Works as like a PC duster. So that works too. But you'll also make some really good friends by having these. Fursuiters who don't have these love it when you use these on them. Obviously with consent, ask first if you're hot, if they would like to use this, and then just like, yeah. Yeah. And that's how you meet new people. That works that way. Third thing, which is a bit more of an expense, try one of the cooling vests. Easy cooldown. I use their vest that they sent me, and I'm going to be really testing it out at Megaplex this year because it's going to be very hot. I'm going to have my life jacket on over me because that's going to add a lot of compression and heat. So, yeah, keep that in mind. And main thing is Under Armour. Get, like, Under Armour. Sweat wick, form-fitting, long sleeve shirt, and long pants or leggings. I don't know the exact name for it, but I use, like, Under Armour Sweat Wick. And it's supposed to be heat, I guess, absorbing, or, like, heat reduction. Also, hi, Puppy Mouse Soka. I hope you're doing well. I've used my cooling vest 4 times in the 6 years I've had it. Yeah, I want to make more use of it. I usually bring it to cons just in case a friend wants to use it, but most of the time, like, the setup is a little wonky with, like, getting, like, a refrigerator or a mini fridge or, like, ice to be able to cool it and then putting it in a vest. And it does eventually turn to lava at some points, but, no, I'm going to definitely give it a proper review when I can. this Megaplex, because I want to do that as a video, too. So, there's that. It's good for, like, an hour worth of suiting max. Then, yeah. Adds pain. Lava Vest. I haven't really experienced that just yet. I know my, my friend Russ, who got to try on my suit, or not suit, my cooling vest while he was going around, said that it did get super, super hot for him. So I think that's something to keep in mind with it. But, yeah, you know, there's some things to feasibly keep cool. You know, obviously, minimal helps. If you're looking to keep your suit from getting drenched, you can wear, like, a cotton shirt over the Under Armour. That's something that I have been told by friends because it helps absorb a lot of the sweat between your body. Pocket Jet Engine? Yeah, Pocket Jet Engine. That's what I use. Not sponsored, but wouldn't be opposed to being. Maybe that's what I should get set up. Because I have been looking to do like a fursuit cleaning guide, full guide, and fursuit maintenance guide. Not that I'm really, you know, forte in that, if that makes sense. I've been meaning to. I could set up some sort of like shop link to show all the things that I buy for when I fursuit. Like a little shop list of like the Under Armour that I get, the fans that I get, the fursuit head cleaners that I get, and so on. So, yeah. The slim digi bodysuit fursuit with easy cool vest. I've been wanting one, but I worry it won't fit. A lot of times it will fit. It's just like a little additional thing under your vest that, or under your fursuit that you put on. Like, even I thought mine would be a little bit tight because my fursuit was a little bit tight for some time, but it was perfectly fine, honestly. Perfectly fine. With a referral link? Not really. I wouldn't be opposed to a referral link. Like, yeah, that would probably make me a little bit of money at the end of the day, but honestly, I'd rather just have the resources there for those that need it, because truthfully, I've had to do a lot of research and guessing on my end of getting the right thing to fursuit. I'd rather people have the resources for it than, like, I make a quick buck from it. You know, I'd rather the resources be there and a lot more easy to find, especially in a day and age where people just aren't researching things, and researching it is a lot harder. I'd rather have it be more accessible for folks than make something from it. There's also the cooling collars. I don't think I've seen the cooling collars that yet, Puppy Mao. I would like to try one out, honestly. I would actually really like to try one out. Oh my god, Jake's streaming. I'm just watching Jake in the question world. Hoping that he's punching me in the face at some point. In some universe. One day. Maybe I'll get punched by Jake. But yeah, that's what I would recommend, honestly. Just, like, whatever you can feasibly get in terms of, like, fans. But also, like, don't, you know, go out of your way to all of a sudden spend all this money on a cooling vest. Because even then, I know there's all sorts of different kinds. I'll definitely use mine, and I'll give you my honest review of it when I get back. I think Megaplex is going to be the con where I test it out and give, like, a proper review as a fursuiter. I'm sure there are some reviews that exist already, but I think, you know, to some extent, and this isn't to be egotistical or anything, I just kind of, people do take my opinion very heavily and value it, so, like, I'd rather, you know, help out with that to some extent. Also, thank you, Grizzly Nightmare, for the $2 super chat. I greatly appreciate that. Have you been ocean fishing off the coast of Maine? I haven't been on a boat in so long. I actually haven't been to Maine in a hot minute either. I know people wanted me to go to Furcation Land. Haven't been there yet. I want to try it next year. I think that's going to be on my docket because it's a new, different con. I'd love to go to Maine at some point, but for me, I just know it is a drive. Because New Hampshire, for me, is already, like, a 3-hour drive as is. Maine would be, like, 4, maybe 5 hours, and it's, like, I'd have to stay over somewhere rather than do, like, a day trip, so. Yeah. Bit iffy, but I'd love to give it a shot. But also, thank you for the super chat, Grizzly. I do appreciate it as well. Are you late to the stream? I mean, technically not, since I haven't even gotten in fursuit yet. But hey, I might as well try it now. You know, let's do that. Fursuit time. Wait, what's the thing? I see this TikToker who gets dressed up looking all fancy and whatnot. He does like a triple clap or like a triple snapping clap. Like, let's get dressed. It's Sunday. Let's get dressed. And then it, like, he kneels in front of you and does that. Don't know what the guy's name is. Get the boy. Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, let's get in Fursuit. Gonna eat pierogies and might hop back in later. I haven't had pierogies in so long. I hope you enjoy them, Soka. Love you lots, Bean. Hope you're doing well. I send my heart and love out to you. And then I life jacket the cat. I life jacket the cat. I life jacket the cat. Life jackets you and life jackets you and yeah, that's what I'm doing. Get bra pregnant. I don't know where bra is. I miss bra and I hope they're doing well. You know what I'm also sad about, chat? Which is also kind of funny that I realized too. I don't know if anyone plays Destiny in this chat. I haven't played since the last DLC. I haven't bought the new one. I haven't gotten the new Edge of Fate one. And you know me, I have been a Destiny fan since I was in high school. Since Destiny 1 on release day. And if you know I'm not getting a DLC, that's saying something very heavily about the game. But I haven't played... Well, I have played it, but I haven't gotten Edge of Fate. I don't know if I want it necessarily, but I played recently because the Solstice event happened with like all the summer theme stuff. They had all these weapons that you could grind for. I couldn't really get all the weapons I wanted because I wasn't the light level that I needed for the gear. But come to find out after playing a bit, if I just kept playing like the solo ops missions, I could play like full on the Edge of Fate campaign without buying it. So if that should tell you how Bungie's doing with their game, yeah, that should tell it to you. But hey, you know, I played that a bit and got some of the weapons there. Outside of that, haven't been playing. But I saw Bra playing earlier, and I hope they're having fun with it. I myself, again, will not be getting Edge of Fate. I just played the free event that came with the summer, and I'm good with that. Used to be a big fan, but it fell off so hard. Yeah, it's... I got so tired of doing the same, and this is my gripe with it now. This is why I'm not going to keep grinding it. I'm sick of the same song and dance of, like, I grind for the best thing that even Bungie says is like the best thing to use and play with, and then they're like, oh, power scaling is too high. We're going to redo the whole system that we have and replace it with a new one. So all that stuff that you grind for, bye-bye. Oh, all that stuff that you want to keep, bye-bye. You want vault storage increase, bye-bye. So all that work and all that effort was for... fuck all. And I've done this song and dance with Bungie for like 5 fucking times now. Destiny 1 going to the Taken King. Albeit, you know, the whole system they had was pretty good going forward. Destiny 2. Okay, it's a new game. Destiny 2 next expansion. Not really fun. Destiny 2 expansion after that. Not really fun. And now we're on Destiny 2 new expansion with their whole new armor system. Like, I am tired of this same shit. I'm tired. I don't want to keep grinding this. It's not fun. It's not fun. Also, thank you, Fart Harvester, for the follow. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But yeah, for me, I'm just like, no, I'm not going to spend more money on this game. I'm done. I'm tired. I have other things that I can play or not play and just focus on, you know, my work and what I want to make. So, yippee. But anyways, chat, it's time to get in Fursuit. I'm going to Fursuit this stream. Finally, after like an hour. Only took me an hour to get things going. But I'm finally going to get in Fursuit. I'm going to show you guys the process of how I do it. And it's going to take some time, don't get me wrong, but it's also for the better to do it because you let your body cool and get accustomed, acclimated, temperature acclimation to whatever your big fursuit body is that you're wearing. So, let me show you how I get in fursuit, and then I can be a cute fluffy dog, and you can do me the favor of taking screen caps or clips from the stream, and I can use those as fursuit photos, because I, to this day, do still not have a bed-petting fursuit photo. Do you know the amount of people that have bed-petting fursuit photos? Even the Dev Wolf Docky is even doing it. I don't even have the bed-petting fursuit photo. And every fursuiter has that, including with stair pics, so it's like... I gotta get on that. So I'm gonna do some cute poses and do what you'd like of me. Maybe I'll show my paws on stream, because I have those. If you ask me nicely, maybe I'll show my paws for you. Maybe. But, without further ado, let's get in Fursuit. Inflated fuzz time. Inflated fuzz time. And also, for the sake of it, you know, I can take off the shirt here. For the sake of it, I'm wearing shorts because everything's very tight and form-fitting here. And people will be weird about it, so I don't want people to be weird about it, so I'm wearing some, like, very loose basketball shorts that don't really add any heat. I look fucking weird. I look like a gremlin. I love it. I'm like a boss encounter, or like a mob encounter. You know, like the... What is it? You know, like a kobold? Like you have a very base enemy that you keep encountering? I'm that. My impression of a jellyfish. Alright, let's do the thing. Let's get in suit. What I usually start with is my bodysuit, and I kind of let that sit on my body for a little bit, and then I get all the other appendages going. My bodysuit is hanging on the wall over here. Squidward dancing. I love Squidward. Said no one ever. Actually, you know what? You know what's funny? As a kid... That's my bodysuit, by the way. Little spiel, first off. As a kid, when I watched SpongeBob, I used to think that Squidward was such an asshole. And in some ways, he was, okay? In some ways, he was an asshole, and still kind of is. And I was like, man, Squidward sucks. But as I've gotten more into adulthood and rewatched SpongeBob, I'm starting to relate more with Squidward. In the sense of, man, SpongeBob annoyed the fuck out of him. Am I the only one that recognizes that too? It's kind of weird. I'm like, man, am I becoming a prune? A prude? What is it, prune or prude? I don't... You know what I mean. Anyhow, let's get in Fursuit. First thing I start with is my bodysuit, and then my padding for my legs, which, if you didn't know, looks like this. And they're labeled so conveniently. See, this one says left. You can't read it from here because the lighting's all off. But yeah, left padding, and then right padding. These go in my knees, like, they go, like, right about here, inside my fursuit. The only problem with them now, which I have to talk to my maker about it, is they become a little flat. The inside of these is polyfill. And I wash them normally, as I'm supposed to with my fursuit stuff. And I try to fluff it, but it doesn't really hold up in terms of, like, poofiness, in terms of, like, thickness as it used to. So I gotta talk to my maker about that, see what I can do. Which, if you didn't know, I did a video on it before. My fursuit maker for Levi is the Phoenix Nest. The Phoenix Nest, the maker of James' Odd Ones Out fursuit thing. Yeah, not for that reason, but just thought I'd add that to add some drama. Some spicy tea. Ooh, we love tea. The tea is flowing. Snowy jump scare. We love Snowy. I miss Snowy. But first thing I do is I put on my bodysuit, which, if you want to know what it looks like in its whole glory, this is what it looks like. Do you see it? Am I doing a good job showing it? My bodysuit, and then back, which is matted to fuck because I don't know how to fix that. The ass is still so matted. Oh my god. It is so bad. But hey, you know, Chip. I love chips. You skinned Levi? Speak up? I thought you guys could hear me just fine from here. I feel like I'm pretty good volume, am I not? Am I? Am I not? Regardless, it's muffled a little, there's only so much I can do. You good volume? Hear you fine? It's probably a little muffled because the music volume is probably a little higher if you're turning up your volume and all that. But either way, I'll speak up a little bit. I don't want to be too loud, but I'll do the best I can. I can do like this. Yeah, ooh, I'll do that. Yeah, but I want to show you guys how I'm getting in suit. So, put on the suit like this. Usually I'll put on the arms up first. And if I'm wearing my tail, I'll usually put on the tail first. I put it through like the little hole in the back. I'll like take the belt that's attached to the tail, put it through, put it on, and then put that on as I'm putting on the fursuit, like this, and then I will add my leggings to it. Or not leggings, my leg padding, yeah. Look at me, I'm already fluffy. Give me a hug! Yeah. Can you bend over so we can see the tail spot? Did I not show it? It's like right here. See this dark spot right here? Where my finger is? Yeah, that's where the tail is. You should be able to see it just fine. Sorry about the ears. The other thing, too, that I might have to take into account is when I put my life jacket on, because that is going to be hard to get on. It's a bit of a hassle, I will say, but it should be worth it. I don't know how long I'll last in fursuit, let me just say that, but, yeah. In both ways. But, what I do is I shove the legs into the leg padding. The leg padding into the legs. Is your fursuit comfy? Yeah. Yeah, I'd hope so. I mean, it is. But, right leg padding, and then... Usually what I'll be doing as well is, like, if I'm fursuiting up for, like, a con or something, I'll have some, like, music in the back, and I'll just be vibing with friends. Like, the whole suiting up process for a con usually takes, like, give or take 30 minutes to 45 minutes or so for me, because I like to take my time, and this is the point when I have my bodysuit on. I'm just gonna let my body, like, relax and get acclimated to being in my bodysuit, because, like, I have all this material close to my body that's making it warm. My body is gonna want to get used to that, so I'm gonna take my time. Look at how baggy it is now, man. God, I really have lost a shit ton of weight. This is great. Wow. Look at how much shit is still there. Might need to get my fursuit resized at some point. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I don't think the AC is on. I might need to turn it back on for this. Or open the window. Oof, the AC is not on. That's no good. Let me open the window. Turn on the fan. Ooh, it's moist and raining out. Well, that's not proper timing. Oof. Well, if you guys give me a moment, I'm going to go and turn on the AC for this apartment unit for just a moment, because it is quite hot. Alrighty. You know, the sad thing about this, I will say, I'm gonna sit down for a second. The sad thing about this, I had just washed this fursuit since getting back from Awustria. I'm worried how much I am going to sweat in this before Megaplex, which is a concern because I want it being like nice and fresh as I'm getting to the con. And I'm not supposed to be washing my fursuit so frequently. So it's like, I'm worried about putting on that life jacket in the back. Might put it on for like a few moments and that's it. Also, I'm going to turn on the fan. I hope you don't mind. It's going to be kind of noisy. But hey, it's something to keep me a bit more cool, which is the one thing you want to do as a fursuiter. That helps. Ooh. Okay. Get one of these. These are awesome. I didn't even know what I was missing out on till I got it. Oh my god. Ooh, the back too? Even better. Oh, yeah. I won myself for my PC. I actually just used this to de-dust the inside of my PC. Works wonders. It is so much... I feel like eventually, in time, it's going to pay itself off, because I used to get all of these compressed air cans to spray out the inside of my PC, and those do have some not good chemicals in it. So this, for the amount of times that I clean out and dust out my PC, will actually pay itself off, compared to the amount of dust cans that I'd buy, which would require a good amount, but still more of the point. Yeah. Also, I appreciate that, Handsome Tuna. I love the name, but thank you for the kind words. It does mean a lot. I'm glad that you enjoy what I do. I'm glad that I'm an inspiration. I try my best to be. Well, I don't really try to be, which is the whole point of, actually my next video that will be out tomorrow. If you want to see it early and you're a patron, which is more of my announcement, it's about my position in the furry community, being, I guess, what people would call a pop-u-fur. The whole position with it is weird. It's weird. And I did a whole video discussing it, which should be available currently on my Patreon. So if you're a patron and want to watch it early before I upload it tomorrow, you're welcome to do so. But a new video tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so keep on the lookout for that. I should also message my buddy Jal to see if he can do a thumbnail for me again, because I am really bad when it comes to a lot of marketing for YouTube stuff. Let me tell you that. Elite Fur, that's even worse. Oh, I love it though. Gosh, I love phrase emote. What? Who did that? Was that Kadu who did that emote? Because it looks like no, it looks like either Kadu or it looks like Lewd. Lewdness might have done it. But yeah, pretty much what I end up doing after this point is just I just kind of let my body acclimate to the temperature of being in fursuit, so that's why I'm like sitting here, relaxing for a bit, biding my time, getting ready. I could get my paws on too, which actually would be like the next step. You guys get a little bit of paw action. Why did I put them on my bed? What a poor decision. These are indoor paws, by the way, so they're like a bit nicer. You're starving? Same. I haven't eaten all day. But either way, we'll put on the left one, which these are a little bit harder to put on because they're a bit more... Put your shoes on the bed? No, these are indoor paws. They're fine. I'm usually very careful with them. What the fuck? Why is there a lube bottle there? Aw, man. Did I get lube on the bottom of my paw? I did not, but I got it on my hand. Yeah, there's lube on my hand. Oh, Beta, why do you have lube by your desk? Really gotta ask that question? You already know the answer to that. What's the whole saying? Check his AD Twitter for new videos. I mean, also not wrong, Ember. Also not wrong. What's that saying that Mrs. Puff does? Don't ask questions you aren't prepared to handle the answer to. God, Mrs. Puff. It is getting a bit moist, so, Hi, Snowy! Oh my god, are you the Snowy Fluff? My mouth is dry. There's spit everywhere. Don't look at me. Hi, Snowy. Oh my god. What the hell did I get all over myself? This can't have come from my mouth. We're not a swallow household here. Also, hi, Snowy. How you doing? Put on Maverick and maybe I'll talk to you. Wow. Wow. How about this, Chad? How about this? I'll set a pretty reasonable go. I'll do a reasonable goal here. If we hit the sub goal on Twitch, which I think is like 190 subs or something, I'll put on Maverick with this Levi bodysuit. How about that? I'll do that. I'll put on Maverick. We'll appease Snowy. As soon as I switch to Levi, I don't want to play with you anymore. That's what Snowy's doing. How are you doing, Snowy? You've been friends with me for a decade? To be fair, your first impression of me was when I was zooted as fuck on Kiwi's bed while you were just chilling in the back. And then I didn't know who you were for like a whole 2 hours when we were at Six Flags. God, good times. It was a good impression. Well, look where it's left. Look where it's led. Snowy's one of my best friends. Hi, Snowy. Could we get a shout out for Snowy, by the way? Or if Snowy, if you're the only mod here, you can shut yourself out. Shameless self-promo for you. Go check out Snowy. Snowy's good soup. Snowy's a good bean. Get bra pregnant. Get bra pregnant. Wow, no, you're my best friend. Wow. Snowy's so nice to me. I don't deserve a good friend like Snowy. I hope you're doing well, Snowy. What do you got cooking this week on your end? Are you going to Megaplex? Probably not, but... you know, gotta ask. You're just dumb. I'm very dumb. You're not dumb. You're smarter than me. Actually, you objectively are smarter than me. I would like to argue. You're a lawyer. I'm a dog on the internet. You know. You're at the gym and you have me on? Aw, perfect. You'll probably work up a sweat just from watching this stream. Because I will be the floaty dog. Y-M-C-A. Yeah. I think I'm good enough now. Well, first off, this is how the paws look. Get some of that action for you. If you just licked your screen, you're weird, by the way. I know some of you did it. I know at least one of you did it. Uh-huh, I see you doing it again. I know you're doing it again, mister. Snowy's licking the screen in a gym. Oh, Snowy. I love and miss you lots.
Maverick's feet.
Oh, yeah, Maverick's feet. Well, technically, it's Levi's feet. Look at them goods. Look at him go. Wow, this is the best workout I've gotten in months. Ugh. Anyhow, do I get my life jacket on now? Or do I wait till after? Was that Dutch saying that? No, that was Moon. Moon was the one that got me the amazing shirt of Maverick's #1 fan, and they keep doing the thing of like, oh my god, you're Maverick, and it's so scarily accurate, and they ended up doing that voice clip for me of like sucking on Maverick's feet, because they know how to do like the thumb suck to make it sound like they're sucking on the toes, and it is 10 out of 10. It is probably the one channel redeem that has had the most use in this whole stream, in my entire career of being a streamer, which is really funny. But either way, please put your head and hands on.
Maverick.
You said please, but I'll get to it at my own pace. And there's my booty. I got this booty too. Wait a minute, I can do the Jake thing. I can do the Jake thing. Is this doing it for you? Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, Snowy, you having fun? I could hear it through my earbuds, like, across the fucking room. Well, either way, you know what? This is the entertainment you came here for, is it not? That's all I got. I'm getting too sweaty. You have too many points? Good. Good. Putting it towards a good cause. I don't know why I did that. It felt kind of smooth. But it probably wasn't. If you want to know what it's like for me standing around in VR, this is it, by the way. This is what I do. Standing right here, legs spread apart as much as can be. Like this. You're sweating and I'm not even playing Deadlock? I quit Deadlock for a little bit. The game is not fun. The update is cool, I will say. And if Snowy asked me right now to play Deadlock with him, I would. But truthfully, it is not in a fun state as it stands. There is a new furry bait character. And he's kind of goated. Figuratively and literally. Booty shake, exactly. Like a ninja, yeah. Leaving gym now, oh god. Right after having like the worst game of my life earlier today. Like, alright, taking a break. Oh hey Beta, do you want to play some Deadlock? Oh, fine. Most sane furry streamer? No. That would be Snowy. Snowy's probably the most sane furry streamer, in my book. But that's because he's also one of my favorite furry streamers. I may or may not be biased because he is my friend. Hey you. Are you pooping? You know, I had so many things I wanted to say there, but I have a little bit of self-restraint. Time to make a YouTube video just to shout you out. Good. Some people have done YouTube videos to, like, propose to one another. So, like, just to shout me out, I feel like that's a pretty big honor. From the twitch.tv/SnowyFluff, Twitch partner, in 2 months from starting on Twitch. Also, Snowy, I'm just gonna say again, I am super heckin' proud of you. I want you to know that. And I'm not gassing you up just because you're here, but just because in general. I appreciate you, I'm proud of you, with how far you have come. It makes me, like, so happy, too, because, like, I think I told you this, too. Do you know the amount of people who, like, I give genuine, like, advice with content creation, too? Like, with Twitch or YouTube. And then they just never stream again after, like, the advice that I give. Like, you are, like, the first person that asked me about doing stuff and getting started, and you did it. And then Jake was the second, and then he did it. And look at both of you now. You know, in some ways it kind of validates my own experiences with growing, and that it isn't just, you know, luck. It's actual, like, entertainment, and it makes me happy. So, like, thank you for being you, and thank you for being my friend. I'm proud of you. I'm totally not acclimating myself to Fursuit. I'm just making it hotter for me, which, I have a solution for that. Oh, yeah, that's the good shit. Oh, yeah, baby. From New Jersey. Do you have a boyfriend yet? No. Honestly, I'm pretty happy being single for a bit. I was drawing when I looked up and got scared. Good. Not that I want to scare you, but just in general. But yeah, just thought I'd let you know that, Snowy. You're very inspirational. I'm really proud and happy that you're a streamer and that you're living your best life. You're good soup. Keep going. I'm always rooting for you. Always. Anyhow, do we get in my life jacket first or in my bodysuit first? Or head... Beta, use your words. You went to school, you can use your words. Do I get into my fursuit head and pause first and then my life jacket? Or life jacket? I feel like there are going to be some people who just want to see me in my fursuit full on. So, like, why not make it a challenge mode to get in the life jacket? Beta, are you high? No, I was last night, though. I was last night. Not high currently. Whoa! Mirage, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Look at how, like, loose my sleeves are on me, too. That's crazy. You know, how about this? Just because
Simp.
there are folks that want to see me in full suit without the life jacket, I will get in full suit with my head, then I'll put the life jacket on, then I'll inflate it, just to struggle a bit. Because we love a little bit of struggling in this household. And you know what's funny, too? I'm going to want to take off that life jacket immediately because I can already feel my body getting so warm just without the life jacket on. It is pretty bad. Also, thank you, Mirage, for the raid. Hello, teammate. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good stream on your end. What are you getting up to? I'm getting in fursuit. Having a good time here. Doing the suit thing. And, just acclimating my body to the temperature of getting in suit, which, let me tell you, it's a lot warmer than I thought it would be. And it's only going to get worse because the life jacket itself inflates to the point where it compresses against my body. So all the sweat that's going to come on my body is going to be over my fursuit, and that isn't really good. So there might be the chance I actually might have to clean my fursuit after this stream. But hey, you know, content is content. Game is game. Game is game. Dude, I haven't even gotten into my full suit yet, man. And also thank you, I Do Stuff, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Sorry if this has an explanation, but no tail. Because my life jacket has a bottom piece with it, so a tail wouldn't exactly be feasible underneath it. And that's kind of the plan with it. So, that's why I usually go with no tail when I have my life jacket on, which is what I'll be doing at Megaplex as well. Anyways, I am just gonna... You know what, how about this? Enjoy the booty for a bit. I'm gonna cool down. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Where did you get an inflating life jacket for fursuiting? So the life jacket that I ended up getting was a very, very rare line of inflatables that I got through Candy Coated Squeak, or CCK. I think they're like Candy Coated Kink now. But they do a bunch of like custom inflatables, and I got a bunch of them before, and then they did a line of these like inflatable vests, kind of similar to my design. I'm like, oh, I gotta get it now. So I got one specifically for fursuiting. And then I got one for personal use. Yeah, so either way. Would it work as an actual safety device? I mean, you can float in it, but it's also not advised because it's not an actual life jacket. It needs to be Coast Guard certified and all that, and it is not. So yeah. I'm not certified. I'm just a dog. But anyhow, let's get in fursuit now that we have been delaying the inevitable. Booty jump scare. People love the booty, okay? Also, hi Z. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is well with ye on your end. I'm still only just getting into fursuit. It's been like, what, 30 minutes since we just started? Oh my god, Snowy, you're the Fat Furry Lover 78. I love your streams. Actually, I still don't even know who Fat Furry Lover was. I remember there was Fart Furry Lover. Terrible meme. You know what's a terrible meme? How I say analogy. I pronounce it analogy. On purpose. Instead of analogy, it's anal-ogy. The study of... Yeah. Not in public, not in public. No, sir. No, sir. No, no, no. Oh, my goodness gracious. But any whore? I love saying any whore. One of my fraternity brothers, who actually I think is a furry now. His name was Matt. Miss and love him lots. I hope he's doing well. If he ever is watching this. Miss you lots. You're really cool. He used to say any whore a lot, and I kind of picked that up from him because I thought it was funny, but I didn't take it on purpose of like, oh, this is a thing that he's doing. Let me do it for myself. I just started saying it. Like, I have a lot of things that I just naturally start saying, and I don't know why. I can't explain it either. Oh, I appreciate it, Snowy. You mean the world to me, too. I hope you have a good rest of the time at the gym. I'd love to see you at some point before Megaplex, if not after, because I gotta kidnap you for fun adventures and whatnot. And also, I know Rocket wants to get food with me at some point. So, I'd love to see you. But no worries if not. There's always the rest of the year. And Furpok, too. You should definitely do that. I'm doing a panel at Furpok. So excited. Fan Expo Canada tomorrow, so that's the thing. Watching the fursuits. Worst day is bath day. Yeah. I do feel that. I do feel that. I mean, I even feel that now. I washed my fursuit literally after my trip in Austria because it was just drenched. And, like, I'm feeling like this will be the same case with me being in my life jacket and in fursuit now, which has me worried a little bit. But I feel like I can use some fursuit spray, put the fan on. It'll be just fine for the time being. Maybe. Solid maybe there. But who knows? But yeah, we definitely doing Furpok. Let me know if you need a roommate. I don't know. I have to figure out my room situation, because I do have a room. Just gotta figure out who's rooming where. And I'm sure some rooms will open up, so I will let you know if any rooms do open up. I know the whole hotel opening was a little weird, but I wanted to make sure that, like, Ryder and Eske have a room. So that was my whole, like, first mission, and I got that. So I gotta figure out the rest of it. But I'll poke you about it later. Poke you about it later. Lego head fursuit! Oh, my favorite. But yeah, let me show you guys what I look like in fursuit, and then I'll put on the life jacket, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. But it's gonna look really cute. I love how I look in the life jacket, truthfully. So, easiest thing, fursuit head goes on. He also needs a bath before Megaplex, so, you know, might do all my fursuit cleaning for, like, another stream. Who knows? There we go. Hi. I keep forgetting that I have to speak up and all that. Also, if we have any mods in the chat, can we get another shout out from my lovely friend Snowy? Love Snowy a lot. Send him some much love and support. Tell him about analogy. Alrighty. And now, we are officially in full suit, minus the tail. Just don't look behind me. It's the dog. Hello from dog. Hi from dog. Hello, it dog. Hi. Alright. So, next thing is next. I want to try on my life jacket, or at least show you how I get into it. Because let me tell you, it's a bit of a process. And unfortunately, I have to take off my fursuit paws to do it. Because it's a little bit finagling. I don't know how long I'm going to last in the life jacket, too, because it will get moist very fast, and I don't want to get this fursuit more wet. Well, more in retrospect. Either way, let's just get on the life jacket beta. So, this is how it looks. It's like a full one-piece thing, and I kind of step into it. It's really not that hard getting into it. It's just, it's more annoying. It's a bit of a process. So, unzip it, or zip it down. Whoa. And then somehow, I step into it. Somehow. I feel like I should do this on the corner of the bed. And I just kind of pull it up. Attach the leggings. There we go. Whoa. That actually worked very well. Whoa, what happened to my eyelid? Whoa, 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 I didn't ask for that. I didn't give you permission to come off. Alrighty. Get that on. Alright. So we got the life vest on as is. Oh. I'm going to have to get the back neck piece on too. That's going to be a pain. But let's get it on first. You know, deal with the consequences of our actions later. Alrighty. Now it just kind of looks like we have a draped cape over us. But this is where our lovely little fan works. We got the little nozzle tip, and then we have the fan itself. And this is how I inflate the vest from here on out. It's actually a lot easier to do it this way than you'd think. Which way is it again? Okay, I got it on. So, I use this to inflate the vest. But first thing I need to do is inflate the back neck piece. So, let me do that. I don't know why I'm turning backwards to do it. There's no need for me to do that. I feel sweaty just watching this. Good. Oh, I can feel it inflating. Whoa! Okay, so this does work. That's pretty cool. Alrighty. Okay, well, the neck piece is kind of hard to inflate and keep together. This really is kind of a two-person task, but hey, the neck piece is pretty inflated for what it's worth. It's not really the primary thing. Just have to somehow get this one inflated. Oh my god, dude. That is rough. I think it was, yeah, it was this one, and then there's another one underneath it. So these two, this thing and this thing, need to be filled, because there's two chambers to it. So, let's see if I can get this reasonably. Wow, this really is like a two-man deal. I'm so hot just doing this, I hope you know. I don't feel it inflating. Oh wait, there we go. Oh, there we go. It's still going. So the hard part is good. The back is all inflated. That's good to go. Now it's just the front that's a bit of the tricky part. Yeah. But back is all inflated and good. Now it's just the front. I got the hard part done with first. And for good reason. It's just unfortunately very tricky because I gotta figure out, there we go, where it goes. But yeah, now we have the rest of it. God damn it. Ugh. There we go. Why isn't it inflating?
Sip.
That's weird. It should be inflating, but it's not. Hmm. What's good? Oh, there we go. Oh, now it's going. It's slow, which sucks. I gotta turn it on again. There we go. That's better. Alrighty. Look at it go. Whoa. It's almost there. Well, it's not the most ideal way of doing it, but it does work. And then I just buckle it up, which the buckles don't really do anything besides keep it closer to my body. And we're good. Look at me, I'm like a pill. I can't bend over. Which is part of the problem with this whole process, but this is how I get in suit, and that took like what? Almost an hour? Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. But hey, we put on the paws, and we're good to go. The only downside with this life vest is I think the back has like a tiny bit of a hole somewhere. I don't know where that would be. So it deflates like ever so slightly. It's not super obnoxious or like super noticeable until like later. But you know. Either way, the floaty dog. Wait a minute, I can do like my butt redeem now. See? Whoa. Look at that. This is actually super cozy, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, minus me overheating just a little bit, it is still super cozy. The official floaty dog. Now I go to lay down. Okay, I can't really lift my head up. But, hey. Oh, I could do the bed padding gift. I love this. Bump, bump, bump. Get out of the way, my ass! Not gonna lie, I could totally fall asleep in this. It is so, so cozy. Just... It's like an extra mattress or set of pillows. It's like a big hug, too. I love this. It's like such a nice big hug. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. But yeah. This is what it's like for me getting in suit, and I'm gonna be honest, the process takes a lot more than it should. But hey, now we're nice and inflated. Well, I can sort of sit up now. This works. I don't know if I'll be able to sit in my chair, but hey, this, yeah, this is what it's like for me to be all floaty and whatnot. I can't really bend over. That's the only caveat of having all this inflated material on. You just do not have the, like, don't really have the feasibility to be able to sit down. But, I mean, still a nice big hug. I like it. And honestly, I use it a lot more for show than I do, like, comfort. Like, yeah, it's comfy and whatnot, but, like, I prefer getting, like, nice cutesy hugs and, like, pictures in it when I'm going around a con. It's kind of like the outfit that I bring out for, like, nice pics and, like, seeing people and, like, being in character as the life jacket floaty dog. So yeah. Alright, let's take this off before I overheat. That's pretty much it. Not even joking, I can already feel myself overheating a little bit. And I want to make sure my bodysuit is fine. And it's a little bit wet. Already, just from like the 5 minutes of being in it. Which is crazy, is it not? I'm gonna take off my feet paws for this. Like, I would stay in it, but it's also like, I want to make sure the material's fine, I want to make sure my fursuit's fine. And I just don't want to overheat, you know? I just don't want to see it in public. Spray with soapy water to find leak. True. But that's also a process. But hey, the bright side is this is only like a little bit wet, like a tiny bit. So, I also do like the whole thing that a lot of folks like seeing. The burrito. Oh, that's really not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, some people like this vibe, you know, the burrito look. Yeah, I can totally do more of it in the future, but, hey, I'll keep the fursuit head on. I know I'm de-suiting, I know people are upset about that, you know, full suit stream, but, like, again, I just, like, even the fucking knees, oh my god, dude, I just, like, washed these. I know you can't really see it, but, like, look, there's, like, a little bit of wetness there, god. Like, I just washed this suit, too. Crazy! But hey, I'll put it on the fan, I'll spray it, which actually is a good process of kind of showing you what I end up doing. Which actually, I'll take off my head for this. I'll look a little unkempt, okay? Get out of the way, my ass. Exactly. Look, I had like maybe 2 minutes of like bed padding gifts for that that whole segment, but hey. Oh yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I literally just spray it down with a little bit of fursuit spray, and then it's good to go. Which, unfortunately, my fursuit spray is downstairs, so I'll do it after this stream. But, I'm just gonna hang them back up and put on... Bless you. Oh, motherfucker! My little wall extender, outlet extender ended up falling off. It's a shame. Well, I don't care. Do your work. That's what I pay you to do. Even the inside of the life jacket's fine, but this is what it looks like semi-inflated, just in case people were curious. And then inside you, yeah, you're fine. Unfortunately, This is just the price that I pay for adding on all these different layers on with fursuiting. Do a new stream of spraying your suit. Honestly, I'll probably do it at the end of this stream, because I do want to make sure it's all taken care of. So, yeah. But hey, that's the whole process of what it's like for me to be in suit. You're dripping sweat? Yeah, it's bad. I mean, what? We were in suit for like 15, 20 minutes? 15 to 20 minutes of being in full suit to some extent, not even. And this is how sweaty I am, including with the paws and bodysuit. Literally, the only thing that I think would need probably washed is my, you know, pillows for my legs. But even then, like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I do not smell at all. In fact, I really don't produce that much body odor. So at the end of the day, I'll be fine. It just, unfortunately, is what comes with the territory of being a fursuiter. Sorry, new viewers, you missed the suit. Yeah, rewind like maybe 10 minutes or so. But yeah, that's the process. It's a little tricky, I will say, but that's the price you pay. And that's why, for me, I'm going to be using this life jacket for when I'm, like, out and about in suit, or, like, I'm getting pictures. I really need to get some, like, proper fursuit photos while I'm in this vest, because, again, I only really tried it out when I was in Austria, which wasn't bad, you know, it was still fun, but it's like my body was drenched after that, and after, like, 10 minutes of being in that life jacket and fursuit, it was bad. So apologies for that, but hey, I did it. I fulfilled my contractual obligation as per this stream. I know as well we do have the super chat goal of doing a fursuit meme review, which I do want to do at some point. I just don't think I'll be doing it this stream, I would say, because I am already drenched. And it would probably be ideal for me to do when I'm in, like, partial, or I could get my Kigu going, too. Who knows? Honestly, even doing it during, like, colder temperatures wouldn't be bad. But yeah, just to even show you, to get a reference of what it's like to fursuit. Like, 10 minutes tops being in that bodysuit, and I'm already sweating. We all see it. Which is good that you guys do. It's just, yeah, it's how it be. But hey, thank you, Beta. We all say in union. Well, thank you, Ember. I appreciate it. But I do appreciate you guys for all the support in Super Chats and bits and all that. It does mean a lot. I do want to fulfill the other obligations that I have for that, so we'll do it at some point, don't you worry. Also, yeah, I did see about the Amazing Digital Circus. I will watch that at some point. I think I'll probably do that on, like, Monday's stream next week. And then Wednesday, if I'm feeling it, we could do, like, the fursuit furry meme review before I go. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I think that would be pretty fulfilling. But yeah, it just goes to show that even with the most amount of cooling that I have in a cool room that is air conditioned with the fan on, with my own portable fan, you can still sweat. And I had nearly sweat through my fursuit. Just because of that very thick, rubbery vinyl material, which the inside of it, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just, like, wrap it back up. There's no wetness, moisture inside it, which is what you want to worry about when you're fursuiting at all. Also, hi, Rush. I hope you're doing well. I know there's Rush Husky. There's another Rush friend of mine who was an otter, but hello, other Rush friend. Good to see you again. I hope you're being well in Floaty. Kaiju dog friend. Mold is not nice. Mold is not nice. That's why spraying with fursuit spray is very important. So do as I say, where after you're done fursuiting, grab your fursuit spray and spray down your fursuit. And don't do as I do, where I'm waiting until after stream to do it. Which it should be fine. It's not going to be super problematic or an issue, so it'll be fine. We'll be fine. But yeah, that was actually really fun. That lifted my mood a little bit. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed my little fursuiting stream for, like, a bit. I'm not ending immediately. I'm not going to end, like, right now, or I don't even think in the near future. Just wanted to say thank you, guys. It's always fun to see you in suit, though maybe I'm a minority. I love when you're just chilling in your flesh suit, chatting away. Will one day try to get a fursuit photo with you when I can travel. Hell yeah. Honestly, I prefer, and that's why I'm really, honestly, kind of blessed with my position with being, like, what I've done with YouTube and content creation and videos. Like, I went from doing, like, the character still, fursuit video content to more, like, my face and showing that, and that itself has been good. Because I thought there was a time where people did prefer, like, the fursuit content. I remember kind of like Kyle, to some extent, struggle with that. Not struggle as a YouTuber, but just struggle with people who were just like, put on the fursuit. We want to see Majira. And it's like, it's tiring. I know there's always going to be people that want to see Maverick or want to see Levi. So, you know. Does fursuit spray prevent mold as well as does it just kill the bacteria? I think it does a little bit of both. It's never going to be the same as, like, washing your fursuit, which I would say, like, after fursuiting in this session, even if I sweat a little bit in it, just spray down the parts where it would have been exposed to, like, your body, and you should be fine. Because washing it constantly, and that's something that I try to take into account whenever I am fursuiting or whenever I'm washing my suit, is for the lifespan of a fursuit, it's something that you have to keep in mind. It's not something that a lot of people want to remember or talk about because, oh, my fursuit is getting old and deteriorating. I can't fursuit anymore with my fursuit, you know. That's something that is inevitable and will happen in time. But, you know, to think about the longevity of it, you know, as soon as you sweat even a little bit in your fursuit, you don't want to panic and think, oh, I gotta wash it immediately. Because your fursuit is only going to be able to take so many washes out of its lifespan, too. You know, you want to wash it and take care of it as frequently or as less as you can, while also offsetting, okay, how much do you not need to wash it? Because when you keep, you know, cycling it in, like, the washing machine or doing your thing, it can only take so much of doing that before it just deteriorates and, like, fur starts falling out, you have, like, bald spots. And it's not really noticeable to anyone else besides you, but it's just something that I keep in mind with my fursuit. I've had him for, like, nearly 3 years at this point. I've done a pretty good job maintaining his quality, but, you know, I just take that into account if I need to wash him. Like, I'll clean my fursuit head before I go to Megaplex, but my bodysuit, I'm probably just going to keep it as is. Because as much as I sweat only a little bit in it, I showered earlier today, my body has been clean, and the only thing that really got wet was the Under Armour. And I checked the inside, and it's pretty much dry, just minus a few, like, wet points, but it's not sweat, it's just humidity, it's moisture. So just spraying that down, making sure that there's not as much bacteria growing in there and it doesn't smell, which it won't do anything within the span of, like, a week. It's only, like, if you leave it and never wash it for, like, a month. So just something to keep in mind. And it just goes to show as well how easy it is for people to sweat in fursuit. You know, you think that, oh, you have all the perfect conditions, air conditioning, fan in the background, cooling vest even. And that, in and of itself, is good to have, and it's an accommodation to the luxury of fursuiting. But even then, after 10 minutes of being in that full suit, I was already sweating. 5 minutes within having my, like, life vest on, I was drenched internally, and I'm like, oh, I can feel this. It was very cozy, though, so if anyone has any pictures, screen caps from, this stream of me being in the suit, please feel free to send it to me. I do really love how my life jacket looks on my suit. It's kind of been like the dream of mine to have my Fursona as, like, the lifeguard life jacket character, and being able to bring that to life through, like, my fursuiting is really, really nice. And I will say, as much as it does look so weird and, like, off, like, being in full suit with that, like, life jacket on, I kind of look like a pill. A pill with, like, some appendages, you know? Or, like, you know, like, the kids drawing of, like, drawing, like, a family member of, like, you have the head with, like, a circle, smiley face, and then the body's just, like, a big oval. And then just, like, sticks for arms and legs sticking out. That's me. That's me to some extent. So, yeah, it does look weird, but it's still me, and it makes me happy. And it's, like, a big hug while I'm fursuiting. And it also kind of helps in the sense of, like, the life jacket being its own, I guess, like, safety blanket. I still consider it, to some extent, like a safety blanket or like a safety harness of just, like, it helps comfort me. It helps feel like I'm being given a nice big hug by something that I'm familiar or comfortable with. And so when I'm, like, out and about in fursuit or something, when I'm out and about on stage, like even at a Woostria when I was on stage, I was in fursuit and my life jacket. Even though it looked silly and weird, I still felt, like, confident as can be. I didn't feel nervous or anxious about being on stage. I thought it was just fine because I felt like I was getting a hug the whole time. So, yeah. That's how it feels to me. Affinity thing, fetish thing, who cares? So at the end of the day, it looks nice and it makes me happy. Just respect wearing something not breathable in full suit. Oh my god, it is so unbreathable. It's just a whole... Think of it like you're wrapping your torso in pool toy material. Like, you know how a pool toy material is? It's supposed to keep a lot of the air inside. It's airtight. And with it also compressing against your body, it's not letting any of that heat out. It's not letting it percolate out off your body. So it's just keeping it all between the vest and the fur and your body. And so that's how it can heat up very, very fast. You should have seen my fursuit at the end of my first time with the life jacket on at Awustria. It was drenched. I had sweat through the fursuit. You could feel it physically wet. Like it just came out of the wash. But it was like sweat. I was sweating through my fursuit within just like 10 minutes of a pool toy photo shoot. It's rough. It really is. It's really uncomfy, but honestly, it's still worth it. You know, you kind of put it on. You don't look good for the sake of comfort. You look good to look good. And for me, looking good isn't comfortable. It's comfortable to some extent, but uncomfortable in the realm of I can't control my bodily fluids. Not in that way. Don't overthink that, please. But yeah, just a little food for thought, because I do eventually want to do a video on wearing my life jacket out and about at a con to just say, like, what it's like. And to some extent, like, the additions that you wear when fursuiting. Which I actually might ask Jake and or Cody to help me as well, because I will be going around in fursuit at Megaplex, and I will be showcasing my life jacket there, and I'll want, like, con footage of me going around the con in it. I just gotta ask Cody and Jake to help, like, film me, or take pics and videos of me that I can use for my video. Of like, hey, I got this life jacket through this thing, and I wear it around, and it's nice. Hope I bumped into the air. I would absolutely love to. I would love to see you. I remember the last time I had bumped into you at Megaplex. I was beyond blasted out of my mind. I was drunk as can be heading into the rave, and I saw you and I gave you the biggest hug, and I remember the pic we took together. I don't remember if I showed you or sent you those pics. I don't know if I have you on Telegram Rush, but if you want those pics, I can send them to you easily. It really is worth it. I want to wear a leather jacket with my fursuit at some point because I have the whole emo look going on. The sweat is inevitable. Oh yeah, I mean it will be, and that, you know, the internal of that leather jacket will feel like a swamp. So it won't be, like, comfortable. But it will be worth it for the pics and the videos. And you just got to keep that in mind. And you got to have friends who are at the ready taking pics for you. Even at Awustria, like, I didn't even go into it to get pics in my life jacket or anything. I just wanted to wear it and try it on. And luckily, there were plenty of furry photographers there and people who took pics of me there that sent me those pics, and I got to use them. So very grateful for that. That is why, you know, furry photographers are the godsend to the fandom. I will say. I will say. There's a lot more credit because the work that goes into it is pretty incredible, and it is not cheap. Those cameras are not cheap. I looked into trying to get a very nice camera for fursuits. Would have had to sink in about like $2K, and I do not have that money to my name. So there's that. But even then, you know, just use your phone. That's what I use to film a lot of my stuff. Really anything is just like my phone, my iPhone that I was gifted from my folks, so yeah. Megaplex will be my first time in Orlando in 25 years. I usually go to Florida, Southern Florida, because I have family there. Oh, hell yeah. Well, I hope you have a good time at Megaplex, and feel free to say hi to Chimerical. Would be lovely to give a hug and say hi. Though, to be fair, I am very... It's hard for me to remember who someone is, even reading their badge, so sometimes people have to be so, like, in my face with it of, like, hi, I'm this person, you know? So, feel free to do it. You have full permission, Chimerical. I'm gonna quote that for my photographer friend. Oh, yeah. You know, furry photographers are a godsend to the fandom. That's why Fur Track is genuinely, like, a blessing. And that's why I want to do that video from the stream highlight that I had on it. So yeah. I know that's kind of some territory that I'm getting into again that I'm a little iffy about, is doing like stream highlight videos on the channel. I know it's not really like quality per se, but it's more of the subject matter that's important to me to cover. Like, I know that fur track stream that I did, I want to turn that into a video, and it is also in the works as like an edited video, but I just don't know if that's gonna turn some people off to watching the video. I just want it to be something informative at the end of the day. And that's why I do it. Chimerical. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I see like I see Chimerical and I think of like Chimecho to some extent. But Chimerical, I will try to remember that. Thank you for reminding me, and you can remind me into the sun, and I will apologize every time because I will always forget. Not that I want to, I just do. But yeah. Is there something wrong with Fur Track? No. It's just for me, the case of doing a video. Because there was this whole era a few years ago where I did like stream highlight videos. Where I'd literally like take a VOD or section of a stream and turn it into a fully fledged video. And people would say that that's like regurgitated crap. And that is valid. But I feel like the execution of what I want to put out there in terms of the message of it is important for some of them. So I'm kind of revisiting that to some extent. Trying it again. So yeah, it's a little weird. You know, I don't know necessarily if quality is going to be the worry, but hey, it's still me at the end of the day, and it's still going to be an important topic that I want to go over, so why not? What's Jake up to? I'm going to poke my head into his stream. He's still streaming with Blake. Blake is good soup. Blake is really, really good soup. Good soup, Blake. Good soup, Blake. What cons am I going to this year? So far, I know Megaplex and Furpuck. And MFF might be on the docket. I don't really know. We'll see. But overall, I've enjoyed the cons that I've gone to this year. It's been very far and few between. But I'm happy with it. It's what you want to do, and I say go for it. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Honestly, yeah, that's just the way I see it. Like, I know quality might be kind of iffy with those kinds of videos. It's just, for me, I'd rather get the message out there more than anything else. Also, Nonstop Pup, welcome on in. Thank you for your free Bezos Tit Prime sub. I appreciate that greatly. I hope you're doing well. Go with some life jackets and Beta Ada hearts in the chat for the Nonstop Pup. Hope you're doing well. I literally just got done with Fursuiting, which only lasted, give or take, like 10 to 15 minutes. Because I had this on top of it, and it was just bulky and warm. But it was cozy, and people seem to enjoy it. I hope you're having a good Wednesday on your end. And thank you for your support. It means a lot. Also, hi, Anuka, again. What's the best con you've been to? So far, probably Megaplex last year. It was a really, really, really good time. I really enjoyed Megaplex last year. And that's why I'm excited to be doing it this year, which is why I will always recommend to my friends and everyone who wants to do a con, try out Megaplex while you still can before it ends up being too packed. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but it's just like, you know. I don't know what I mean by that. I don't know what I mean by that, okay? But, yeah. Yeah. OMG, hi, Anuka again. Oh my god. But yeah. I don't really know what else to ramble on about at this point. I did what I wanted to do today, and my mood, like, spiked definitely from Fursuiting, so that was pretty nice and happy. I thought it was like a little cheesy to think about of like, oh, I'm not really having the best day or the best time. Let me put on my fursuit, maybe I'll feel better. And not even joking, I felt better after doing it. So hey, there's that. We gotta get suit pics. Oh, absolutely. And you're more than welcome to try on the life jacket. Just fair warning. It's like wearing... There's my ass. It's like wearing a pool toy. And pool toy material is very non-breathable. So whatever body heat that's on you is going to just bounce back, and it's going to be insulating to some extent. So fair warning with that. Not that that's a problem on my end for the fursuit or full suit. It's just more so on your end in terms of comfortability. But yeah, would love to see Non-Stop Pop in life jacket fursuit. I'm not going to lie. Whoa. But yeah, of course, you're more than welcome to. And you should definitely give Megaplex a chance next year. Would love to see you there. What cons are you doing in the future? If you don't mind me asking. Megaplex is going to be such a vibe. I'm so excited for it. So excited. Going to Philadelphia tomorrow to perform a couple times, and then AFC, BLFC, and MFF. Damn, it's all the cons that I'm not doing. Like, maybe minus MFF. MFF is still up in the air, but for me, it's always been, like, main, hotel, or bust, which is not the best, but, I mean, still, and also thank you. I'm glad you like the, but I do my best, okay? I am on the East Coast, so I will be doing Megaplex and Furpocalypse this year. That is, like, the only other cons that I'm doing in feasibility. I was asked to do Philadelphia, but it's out of my budget at the moment, and I know a lot of people are already, like, prepping, packing, and heading over to the con, and it's like, yeah, maybe next time. Look, the East Coast is a vibe. It, like, the community there, that's why I'm never going to leave the East Coast, is just because the community for East Coast furries is so incredibly awesome. Like, I love hanging with Towson, I love hanging with all the locals in, like, New Hampshire, the Boston community is great. It's just so nice, and that's why I can't leave. I can't leave because it's so cozy here. But yeah, definitely let me know when you're in the area, because I am relatively close to a lot of, like, New England East Coasty stuff, minus the, well, drive, but it's all kind of local, to some extent. Good small con, FC is the GOAT, and AFC is a great new SoCal con. I've heard good things about AFC. I've heard it has kind of the same, I guess, vibe or approach that people are feeling with it as, like, how Megaplex is now. And I was literally just talking about that earlier in my my stream of just, like, reinforcing folks should try other smaller cons that are considered, like, diamond in the rough conventions that have really amazing vibes to them that aren't, like, the super big tens of thousands of con attendees, which those aren't bad, obviously, but you want to have, like, want to have different experiences. Some are a bit more intimate and social, some are a lot more crazy and all over the place, so... You know, it depends on the vibe that you're looking for, but I always try to encourage people to try these smaller cons. Just to give it a shot, or just to say that you did it. Especially for me, like, I gave Megaplex a shot this last year, and it is, like, my favorite con ever, and I'm so excited to be going this year. If you're ever in Cali, hit me up, I'll show you around. I would love to. I think the last time I was in Cali was for FC. I want to give it a shot again, but it's always so unfortunate because it's the same... like, weekend and time of year as A&E. So it's rough. It's a little rough. Love the AC, but it's different since it's a convention center with no directly attached hotel, just a series of local hotels, so no LobbyCon, but if it was still a lot of fun. Yeah, LobbyCon is definitely a vibe. I know that is a big depending factor on a lot of cons, too, for some folks, so I do feel that. Schedule sucks. This year was the first time I missed FC in literally 16 years, but I had to because I was guest of honor. Oh, right! How was that, by the way? Also, big, like, belated congrats on that. I'm glad you hopefully had a good time. It seemed like it from the pics and videos that I saw, but still, I hope it was a blast. I'm sure that you were, like, running all over the place with stuff. I just had that sort of guest of honor experience at a Woostria, and it was fun, but there was a lot to do. That's, like, I think the big thing to reinforce with regards to, like, guest of honor stuff. Like, yes, it's a big honor, and people think, like, oh, I'm going to a convention for free. Well, yes and no. you know, you're representative of the con, you're doing a lot for the con. Like, for me, I was doing a lot, but it wasn't, like, unbearable. Like, I did panels, I had a lot of presentations, I just, you know, couldn't sleep till noon, which honestly wasn't bad at the end of the day. So, there was only just, like, one moment after, like, one night at Awustria where I was, like, after being done drinking, and after someone giving me a shot of Stro, which was... I was, like, sitting over my box of, like, loaded potato, like, fries with, like, cheese and bacon and shit. And it was 3 a.m. and I had to be up at 11 a.m. to get ready for my panel at noon. And I was just sitting there like, oh my god. Oh, I gotta be up in, like, less than 8 hours. Oh my god. Oh no. And I'm just, like, sitting there fighting for my life. So, it's funny. But it's like, oh no. Oh god. But hey. It's just a part of the experience. It was incredible. I never expected that would ever happen for me. But everyone was so helpful and loving. I really enjoyed it. It was a true honor. I put all my souvenirs from it in a shadow box, and it's on my wall. Aw, I did the same thing. Like, they literally, at Awustria, they gave me, like, a plaque for being the guest of honor. It was genuinely, like, I felt spoiled and pampered. Like, in every way being at Awustria. And, like, I know cons, like, go above and beyond for that. So that's why, for me, like, I try to do the best job I can. Like, the panels that I did, so happy with how they turned out and the work that I did on them. And I'm sure you felt the same as well for, like, what you ended up doing for the con. But yeah, A&E is such a good con. I love the vibes. I can't wait to do it this year again. The vibes will definitely be different, and I'll hopefully be more energized because weight loss and other things and figuring my shit out, but even still. And also, I forgot to say thank you, Dragon, for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. And no, I don't cube still, unfortunately. Don't do any of the Rubik's Cube stuff, as sad as that is. So, you know, maybe I'll pick it up, but I do still have the cube that I was sent. So there is that. There is that. But yeah. I should keep hydrating more. But yeah. Don't really have anything else to announce or talk about with regards to what I have planned. Just, you know, usual videos coming soon, working on some other ones. I have, should probably do my review for that Furry Detectives episode 2, which is just, Have you ever had Popov vodka? I have. Popov, I remember it so vividly back in, like, 2018, 2019, when I was hanging with, like, Kiwi and Kyle. Kiwi was all for Popov vodka because they're like, oh, it's cheap vodka. It is like the cheapest vodka. And I'm like, what is it like? And they gave me a sip, and it was just, it was all burn. It was awful, but it did the job. Popov is dangerous. It is like, it is fucking gasoline. But hey, I'd drink it again. I'd easily do a shot. If you came up to me at a con and were like, want to do a shot of Popov, I'd be like, fuck yeah. Absolutely. And I'd do it right on the spot. No questions asked. Because I used to be a frat guy, too. I used to be in a frat and did that all the time. So people don't, like, expect that from me. I had like, one moment where, when I was at Denver in 2021, my friend Pure Ruby Dragon took me and a few others to go to Korean barbecue. And they suggested doing Jaeger bombs. I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to do a Jaeger bomb. And they're like, wait, Beta, you do that? I'm like, yeah, I was in a frat. And they're like, what? And they thought I was still, like, kind of reserved and quiet into myself. And so when, like, the Jaeger bombs came out, there was a video that I think one of their friends took of me, because they were just so flabbergasted by it. Like, I knew the whole setup, you know, like, you get the big cup, you get, like, the chopsticks, you put, like, the shot glass on top, and when you count down, you slam the table, it knocks in, and then you slam the glass. I did that in, like, 3 seconds tops, and they were flabbergasted. They had no clue what to expect, or, like, what to even see. I'm just like, oh, yeah, I do that. Just like in every other day for me. So yeah, that is that's kind of like my inner frat story. I am a frat guy. I just don't really get that much frat art. Or at least as much as I should. Or at least art that I can show here. So, yeah. It's definitely a different theme from that, but even still, I should probably get more. I definitely should. I don't really live up the fraternity vibes with my fursuit, but I should definitely fix that. You party hardy? I can handle my booze. Ember links, please. Oh my god. I mean, some of it is there. Some of it is indeed there. I definitely need to make that more of a vibe. I've gone for more of like the nerdy fraternity vibe for Levi, but I feel like I could reel it in a little bit with the nerdy stuff and just go full on frat bro. I'm not super rowdy, but I could fix that one of these days. But yeah, so new video tomorrow. It's available on Patreon now. New video this Sunday. Really looking forward to that. And then throughout the span of this week, I am going to finish up my review for The Furry Detectives, which should be good. Well, I mean, I don't know if the rest of it will be good. I've only been like halfway through it, and it's like, you know, stuff me in a locker, please. I've never done that to someone before. I'm usually the one that is stuffed into a locker. But hey, you know, wouldn't be opposed to trying at some point. Grow out the peach fuzz, and you'll give a stoodly frat vibe. I'm not growing out. I'm not growing this out again. I did that once. It was not good. It was not a good look. I remember I grew out my like facial hair a bit. I really tried, but it just was not working. It was not looking good at all. And so I had to be careful about it. So I shaved it, and, you know, I've been pretty happy being cleanly shaven. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe genetics will change at one point, but I just have not been prone to growing facial hair. I will lovingly stuff you in a locker. Yeah. Yeah, nonstop pump. Look. Respectfully, I have seen your cooking. I have seen your cooking. It fucks hard, I hope you know. So, like... what can I get away with saying on stream? Probably nothing, but, yeah. Also, hi, Snibs. Meowdy howdy. I hope you're doing well. How is the bzz friend Ben? How you be, Snibs? How be you? Love to cook you a meal anytime. I've seen your cooking. It is just... in all due respect, do you know the amount of times that I've seen your posts of your food pics, nonstop pop, and I have been so tempted to reply, you can have me. It just like, I'm like, oh my god, it looks so good. for the meme, but even still, your cooking's good. That's just the bottom line. It's really good. As someone who has been trying to get into cooking and really isn't that great at it and is trying to get better, you set the standard. You were an inspiration in that sense. Bzz. I'm doing good. Hope you are as well. I'm doing better. I'm doing better. But I'm glad that you're doing well on your end. What are your favorite foods? Ooh. That's a good question. That's a good question of what my favorite foods are. I'm open to a lot of new foods. And I've been trying them a lot more recently. It's just... a lot of the stuff that's like around here is just like regular American food, which is fine. I think probably like my favorite food that would fill me, and I wouldn't be able to probably move physically for some time, is like queso burrito tacos. I can't roll my R's. Apologies there. I'm so... my friend yells at me about it, but it's just... it's so funny. You look lovely today. Thank you, Snibs. I miss your face. I hope you're doing well. I know you said you're doing well, but I'm always wishing you well. Snibs is good soup. I was actually thinking about... Well, I mean, I usually am thinking about you, but I was thinking about you the other day because I was washing my... the shirt you got from me at TFF, which was like the Buc-ee's shirt, because you got me all those little knickknacks and stuff from Buc-ee's. I'm like, oh, the Buc-ee's shirt. And this is like, truthfully, my first time trying to wash it myself, because my folks have helped me like wash my clothes. And I'm like, okay, what do I need to wash this on so I don't ruin it? Because it's a really nice shirt and it's a gift from a friend. So, yeah. But just know I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about ye. I know at the end of the day, you might think like, oh, it's a gas station shirt, but it's a good shirt! It's a good shirt! I taught myself a lot during COVID since it was something I wanted to get better at. Good. I didn't really have the opportunity during COVID, and now that I am in my place now and I'm like trying to save money and cook, like it's gotten better. Like I think I'm more like a meal prep kind of guy. Like I'll make like egg bites, I'll do like gochujang chicken, I'll cook up some veggies for later. I think that's what I should probably do tonight since I cleaned broccoli yesterday and I have chicken now, so yeah. But yeah. Berea is so good, it is. Okay, you know what? I'm game. I'm game to learn it. Gotta run and head out for the trip now. Just want to poke in and say hi, and I appreciate that, Nonstop Pup. I hope you have a wonderful time at Philadelphia. Thank you for popping in. You're good soup, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We will life jacket the Nonstop Pup one day. One day. It happens. The Walmart of gas stations. It really is. Oh yeah, I forgot you do merch. I gotta get some someday. I gotta get some. I also gotta go to Buc-ee's one day. I'm realizing now. I'm like, ooh, I haven't been to Buc-ee's in ever. So it's a rare coincidence that the Megaplex D23 and Disney on Ice starts next week at Orlando. Oh, all at the same time, huh? Didn't know that. You know what's funny too, guys? I know I talked about it in the sense of like I'm quitting the game for a bit, which is Deadlock. Deadlock had like a whole like revamp update as to how like Valve wants the vibe of the game to be. It looks a lot more polished, and the atmosphere they're going for is really neat. And they're trying to release some new characters, new heroes, or like people to play as in the MOBA. But they had like a voting system on like who the next character would be. And in the same time that they had all the same heroes from before, they announced some new ones that you could vote on to be like the next hero to be released in the week. They added a new one very, very last second to be voted on. And it's a half-goat anthro character named Billy. He's like a punk goat. Just came out of nowhere. No one knew where it came from. He wasn't like in the leaks or in the logs or anything. They just put him out as like, hey, if you vote on him and he wins, or whoever wins for the vote, he'll be out. He won the vote. When everyone wanted Doorman. Because Doorman isn't specifically any like cool character. It's just the meme of like, vote Doorman. We want Doorman. Because he sounds like, what does Doorman do? No one knows. He sounds like such an enigma. But despite that and being released so last second as a vote, people wanted Billy. I haven't seen any gameplay of him yet, but he looks fascinating. He looks very, very fascinating, I will say. So, yeah. He gives me vibes very similar to, he reminds me of Echo from Arcane. I don't know if it's just like the body type or style that he's got. Kind of reminds me of that. Either Echo or like kind of like Punk Spider-Man from Beyond the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse. Which one's the second one? I know the third one keeps getting put off, which is good. They're delaying it. It means they want to polish it and make it look good, which, you know, I trust Sony Animation Pictures for that. They've been nailing it. All their movies have been making it was so good. Maybe I'll install Deadlock again if they add more Anthros. I don't think they have any more Anthro characters. They're adding more in general characters. For me, and even though they did just release a new character, I think I'm taking a bit of a break from the game. Just because, like, it's a different game, it's a different vibe, and it's good. But at the same time, it's like, it's not as fun. You know, like, I've had the same games that I've won and lost and the usual stuff there, but it's like, I'm just not having as much fun with it. So I think I'm going to be taking a break for the time being till they, like, polish it. Actually, looking at the new Heroes art, I can for sure see how it looks Arcane-esque. Yeah. I mean, even the whole world that they got going on for, you know, the world of Deadlock is very Arcane-esque. Like, the whole thing with souls and magic. It's very interesting. Oh, yeah, there's also Goat from Sony. Haven't even seen the teaser trailer for that yet, but I heard good things about it. I'll have to watch it after this. I would watch it on stream, but, last time I did a React Andy thing to something that wasn't a YouTube exclusive thing, they were not a fan. I remember that Adam Savage stream. But yeah. I think in like a few minutes I will end up wrapping things up, because it is getting a little late. I am getting a bit eepy, and I probably want to shower and clean the rest of my suit, so I'm thinking, you know, I might do that. I might do that soon.
Maverick.
No clue what you're talking about. That's the point. But yeah, don't hold your breath about Deadlock. I'm still waiting to see how it is. I like it. I want it to do well. But it's like, there's a lot of things that are still kind of about it. The burn and poison characters are still annoying. I exclusively play support because I just cannot aim for the life of me. But yeah. This is fun to be able to, like, chill and yap for a bit. I know I haven't had anything in particular on the mind. And I want to fix that at some point in the future, so we'll see. But, you know, I think I'm trying to take things a little bit easier before I head to, Megaplex. Because Megaplex is going to be a big con for me. And I want to do a lot of stuff with it. I have videos that I want to do. I have things that I want to film. I have collabs that people want to do with me. And I think that's where I'm starting to head with a lot of these conventions, is people want to work with me. So instead of, like, just enjoying it, I'm giving myself more things to do. So, yeah. But also, Snibbs, thank you for the 3 gifted subs. I appreciate it. If you got a gifted sub from Snibbles, be sure to give them a big thank you. Thank you again, Snibbs. I'll even try to put life jackets and beta 8 hearts in the chat on my end. Oh, there we go. I do have access to my Twitch. Perfect. I'll add this one. Okay, okay, for some reason, it doesn't like me using my emotes. Hello? Hello? Okay, there we go. There's life jacket and then beta 8 hearts. Beautiful. But thank you so much for the gifted sub, Snibs. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to eat something, beta. I will forget. Don't you worry. I will forget. I do have food in there. I just choose not to eat sometimes. I don't know why. But, hey. But, hey. It's just how it be. But let's see. Who can we go and send some love to? Who is streaming that we can go and raid? Haven't we raided in a hot minute? We could go and raid Alec. Alec is doing some, in Stars in Time. I don't know what game that is, but, I do love raiding Alec. Alec is good soup. He's also Gator-Roo friend. I want to chill and crawl into his pouch and be soup friend there because he's good soup. He's good soup. But yeah, go and show some love and support to Alec. I think we're gonna go and raid him. I think that'll be the plan. Been a fun stream. Thank you, Shanes. I appreciate it. Honestly, I just have more fun doing these just random yapping streams. I know in the future I want to start having plans for what I do, which I will. I did remember I had some really fun stream ideas. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to do it before Megaplex, but one stream I do want to do a tier list of all the horrible furry merch shirts. Not like from furries, but like the ones that you see from what is it, like Hot Topic or like Spencer's or something, like that feral but horny. I want to rank them in terms of how diabolical and awful they are, and whichever one is the worst, I will wear, or I will get one of them. I will get one of them and wear them. I think that's what I want to do for a specific stream in the future, which I think is very doable. I just have to create the tier list, and I want to do something fun with that where I copy and paste it on like a picture of me wearing a blank shirt, and then you just Photoshop the design on it. It'd be pretty funny. But yeah, I think I'm going to do that at some point. That's on the docket for what I want to do for like a specific themed stream. And then I think I want to pick up a couple of the other ideas that I had, like Twitch chat makes a Fursona at some point. I think that would be a fun stream idea. And yeah, lift a tail. That I know that fucking AI TikTok shirt is wild, man. Wild. That is like F tier. That's like disqualified because it's AI. Which is something I want to, look into. I did a whole ranting video about AI stuff, so we'll see if that ends up being a video. Who knows? I'm just doing stuff for fun at this point, and it just kind of works out that folks enjoy it, so I'm pretty happy about it. And also, he likes cats. Thank you for the Tit Prime sub. I greatly appreciate it. Can we get some life jackets and Beta 8 hearts in the chat? Thank you so much for the support. Enjoy emotes for a whole gosh darn month. The floatiest emotes on Twitch. Unless there's a pool toy furry on Twitch, then you win. But still, in terms of water safety, floatiest. How did I get the subscriber badge? Probably from a gifted sub. The little subscriber badge is the life jacket, which I think that is going to stay the same for the foreseeable future. I'm pretty happy with the emotes that I have. I could probably get a few more in time. I want to hit up Russ about that, but definitely have some things that I want to get squared away first, like my dockies. That is the one thing that I'm trying to get figured out. That's been multiple years in the making. I'll send you a pic of one of my favorite of those shirts. Please do. If you guys have any, please be sure to send them to me. I had like a tweet that I put out a few months back that I forgot that I asked people for and that I would do a tier list of. But yeah, regardless, it's definitely something I want to try as like a fun little tier list, a spin on it. So, yeah. I gotta pick up the wolf one at Spencer's. They're so diabolical. They're so funny. I saw people wearing them at cons, and I'm like, oh, that's neat. Yeah. Gigantify an emote. Whoa. You like that one? The happy one? This is me doing it right now. God, I look like an old man with these glasses. I look older with these. It's kind of funny. I like fangs on betas for Sonas. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should lean into the whole Moz thing. Not that I like Moz specifically, or it's like my thing, but it's still just like... I could. Either way, I think I'm going to wrap things up. Let's go and send some love to Alec. Alec Gator. The Alec Gator 300. Or used to be known as the Alec Gator 300. Actually, that might be a lovely raid message because he loved teasing me about being the Beta Ada Delota or the Booty Oody Deludi. The raid message for Alec will be, OMG, are you the Alec Gator 300? Also, hi, Remy. Hi, teammate. Hope you're doing well. We are just raiding out now, so apologies for anyone just popping in. OMG, are you the Alec Gator 300? Question mark, exclamation point. Copy and paste that. That is the raid message that we're sending to Alec, who is playing a fun little cutesy game. Don't know what it is, but hey, go and ask him about it. Go and talk to him about it. Keep him some good company like you guys did me today. But regardless, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. It really does mean a lot. I love doing these streams. Even though I kind of come into them having like a weird, iffy, offish day, you guys turn my mood around. So I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much for keeping me company. Thank you for being awesome. And thank you for wanting to be a part of this lovely little community that I'm trying to put together. I will see you all this Friday for my collab stream with Jake. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I've wanted to hang out with Jake for a long while now in VR, but I just haven't been in VR. So tomorrow or Friday, we'll be doing that. But either way, I'm going to get going for now. Have a good night, guys. Stay life jacket. Stay floaty. Remember to treat yourself. Take care of yourself. Treat people like people. Remember to hydrate. And remember, I'm always rooting for you, and you are doing your best. Never discredit yourself for that, especially in this day and age. You're doing your best.